little NBA NHL. Oh, yeah. A little college basketball tonight. Talk some college football, NFL, but we got a lot to bet this evening. And I have Mr. Sean Fox with me. What a Foxy. Zargo should be stopping by here in just a minute. You do have the invite, Zargo, whenever you want to. No rush. No rush. What's going on with you, Foxy? Mr. Cincinnati Reds?
Not Cincinnati Reds, Chicago Bears.
What is that? Chicago Bears.
All right, so we're gonna go pretty quick because the game starts in 10
let's
minutes. A couple things I already gave. If you didn't have, I got Brunson over 2.5. I was getting it at -135. I didn't want to give out a -135. So
2.5 threes. 2.5 threes.
Yes, 2.5 threes, correct. And I paired that with Karl Anthony Towns. Because that's basically hit it's hit in his last 5 games. It's hit in 10 of his last 11. I don't think there's any issue that him being able to get there. So I do like that. I gave that out. I hadn't yet given out, so I laid some things to be able to give out today. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take Clint Capella over 8.5 rebounds.
Okay.
I do wonder how this game's going to be played. I think it's going to be at a very slow pace. I kind of like the under as well. I'm not going to give that, but if we're going to play a plus money play, we're going to take Trae Young. So I think he's going to be on the floor a lot. And I think this is going to mean, hate to use the NBA's thing a little more. He's hit his rebounds of 4 the last 5 games. So we're getting over 3.5 rebounds at plus 126.
So over 3.5 rebounds, plus 126 FanDuel.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really had time to look at anything.
Okay. Where'd you get the Capellas? It's all FanDuel. What's the juice on Capella? -15?
-115. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it. Other than that, I'm going to kind of wait there. There's some doubles and stuff I took personally. I took Capella 7.5 and 6.5 and Johnson 7.5. I like Johnson. My question is, Johnson was questionable to go, and he went to shoot around, and I heard he wasn't great. It was kind of surprised that he came out here for shoot around today. So I was kind of surprised. I also want to see how the Hawks take this game. Meaning, are we really going to play Riche like his normal minutes? I would love it. They've okay, Riche, we love you, but okay, here's the side of the bench for most of this game. Let me know what it looks like. So it's not something I see them doing, but if they want to win the game, it is the best thing for them to do, is to play guys like DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson a little bit more than they have in the past. And we'll see what happens. So that should be very interesting there. The Knicks props, there's not a lot of Knicks props that I can get on. I was kind of looking at Bridges, but I haven't yet pulled the trigger, so I was still doing some research. Was there, I'll be honest. I didn't get a chance to look at what I wanted to have. Bridges has 17.5 points in 5 of his last 7. But a lot of those games, he just barely got there. So to go ahead and take it, I think I'm going to take it I got to take a Nick. My worry is every time I take Bridges, he goes 0 for 9.
Don't give it out. If it's a personal play, you can tell people it's your personal play, but you don't got to give it out.
But I actually want to take another Nick play, and I'm trying to look to see what's there. I'm trying to make sure Hart is out tonight, or is he going to try to go? Last time I read, he was probably going to try to go. He is going to play.
Yeah.
OG's out there. Yeah.
It's a hard start.
I'm still looking at something. I'm not ready for there. I'll let you. Zargo on?
No, but I'll read off some injury news, and we'll see what's taking Zargo. But he'll be here. I'm not worried about it. So here's what we got. Hart is in. Jalen Johnson is in. DeAndre Hunter can play tonight. I know we got a big number on Hunter tonight, so hopefully, do we like Hunter with Bogey and Johnson in from John? Do we still like DeAndre Hunter?
I still like DeAndre Hunter. Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter's going to play tons of minutes tonight. He's going to be right into that 16 to 18 threshold. I would have liked it with the number probably be 16.5 to quite honest you with there, but we're a point over. I'm fine.
Okay, very good. We'll take that. And then we got the starters here. Of course, Trey's going to be in the lineup. He's going to be starting this evening with Daniels, Johnson, Capella, Risache, Brunson, Bridges, OG, Hart, and Towns going for the Knicks tonight. And that's what we got. We can talk about Jimmy Butler later, too, because he's open to a trade to 4 teams: Warriors, Rockets, Mavs, and Suns, which I find absolutely fascinating.
I find it hilarious for NBA guys to tell me where they want to go.
They do.
I mean, frankly, yeah, and they capitulate to it. I have no idea why. I mean, I would be like, you want to be traded? Good. Charlotte looks like a good place to go. Here, someplace that works for me that doesn't necessarily have to work for you. I mean, I'm not going to stick you like in the worst team, but I'm going to get you whatever gives me the best offer. This whole crap about, well, he can't play there. There's not a lot of no trade clauses in the NBA, so I have no idea why teams do it. So,
all right, so we're doing 90s Knicks apparently in the chat as whoa, not 90s Knicks. Boy, Kevin Cloonan's going old. Maddie's going John Starks over points. Patrick Ewing double for Yellow Hammered. Bernard King, my favorite player growing up, over 2.5 threes. Derek Harper assists. I'm going to throw Ronaldo Blackman in there. Then I'm going to put Zargs on the screen. What up, Zargo? Mr. NHL. Good to see you, pal. What's happening?
I knew I was on mute. I'm doing great. I hope you all are too.
All right. Well, you know what? We won't count that one, and we'll go back to the over 2.5, under 2.5.
Yes, absolutely.
Fox over 2.5 tonight is plus 190, under 2.5 minus 150. Just saying. For his mutes. All right, give it to me here, Herb Williams. Dude, Anthony Mason, the chat is just the chat. Oakley over. This is beautiful. Just bringing me back to my childhood, being a Knicks fan in Chicago, going to the old Chicago Stadium, getting shit thrown at me. Anyway, Zargo, what's going on in the NHL tonight? Talk to us.
Very, very little. We got 2 games going on. Rangers at Buffalo just got underway. And then in about 15 minutes here, we'll have Anaheim at Ottawa starting. Look, I'm going to be honest. I got a little jealous of Fox. He gets to cash all these bets throughout the show, and mine are normally full game. So you know what? I changed my approach.
You can't change your approach.
Well, hang on. Let's hear me out. This Wednesday, and it worked out well because I didn't have any full game plays for these 2 matchups. They're kind of odd matchups.
Okay.
No real value in the totals or sides. But what I did really like, I took Buffalo Sabres first period money line. Very important that we do money line, not 3-way, because more than likely I think it's a tie. But if one of these teams are to score a goal in the first period, it's definitely going to be Buffalo.
Okay.
And then looking over at Anaheim, Ottawa, juicy play. I took both teams to score in the first period. That's paying out plus 192, just half a unit there. And then Troy Terry, man, he has been on fire recently, just ripping shots. These 2 teams, Ottawa and Anaheim, recently matched up about 4 or 5 games ago. And so listen to these shots on goals for my man Terry. His last game, he had 6 against Montreal, 4 against Minnesota, 2 against Vegas, and then he had 9 the last time they played Ottawa. So we can get 3+ at even money. And then I threw half a unit on 4+ at plus 250. And then, I'm always good for a goalie prop.
Zargo, I'm so lost right now. I just got the Sabres first period money line in. What the hell is going on with this Anaheim game?
So we're taking a flyer on both teams to score in the first period.
Okay, both teams to score in the first period.
Just have a unit.
You'll throw this in the chat, I'm sure, because you could do that. But both teams to score in the first period.
Half a unit plus 192.
Plus 192. Okay, it's down to 172. But you know what? This game's starting in a while, isn't it? So we can go shop around.
No, it's already underway.
Oh, well, there you go then. Okay, well, it's down to 172. I guess I'll put some shekels on it anyways. All right, what else you got, pal?
Troy Terry, like we said, he's just been on fire He played Ottawa 4 or 5 games ago, and in that game he had 9 shots on goal. So we're like 3+ shots on goal at even money, and then we're putting half a unit on 4+ shots on goal at plus 250.
All right, so Troy Terry is minus 102 at FanDuel, so that's fine. For 3+ shots, right?
Yes.
All right, and you got the 4+ shots at what?
Plus 250.
Plus 250.
Half a unit there as well.
Let me see where we are on the 4+ shots at FanDuel though, because I'm not 240.
Yeah, I think I placed almost all these on. Oh no, I did place all these on FanDuel.
That's
MGM's right there, but FanDuel and MGM always a way to go for hockey.
All right, you want to throw that in the live broadcast chat? That'll be great. Now we're more.
I was just gonna say I do have a goalie prop, but I saved that one for Discord. For our subscribe.
Goalie prop for Discord. Which game's it in?
Anaheim, Ottawa. So you got time to get that one in.
All right. Very good. We got a lot going on here. So Zargo's firing. Fox is firing. We got everything we need to do. The chat's, bringing me back to my childhood. We're talking Xavier McDaniel and Timu Salami. Timu Salami.
Salami, man.
Yeah, I know. It's what I used to call him when I was younger. Yeah, Timu Salami.
Sounds like something from the Mighty Ducks cartoon.
Yeah, it was a long time.
We got to face Timu Salami this week.
We got to face Timu Salami. So, all right, Zargo's going. Good evening. Welcome in NBA NHL live betting show. And we will also be betting college basketball tonight if the boys fancy that. We could talk about bowl games starting up in 3 days. 3 days. We got bowl games starting up. A lot of NFL to discuss. Thursday night football. Tomorrow night, I think it'll be an interesting game with the Rams and the 49ers. But talk to me here, Foxy. Good job on the Baylor total today. You cashed that one. How about an early? What the hell was that about? Them starting that game so early today, Baylor.
I don't know. I was trying to look that up too. I didn't know if it was a tournament game or something of that nature. But yeah, that game really surprised me.
Yeah, well, didn't surprise me that we cashed that bet. Good job on the over. That was wonderful. Zargo, you looking at
million units, Matt? Where I'm up 160 for the year. So
160.
Trying to see if I can catch Keg before the end of the year.
What up, Yeezy? I mean, you can catch Keg. You think? I think he's only up 200 units or 210.
It's going to be tough because soccer is going to take a break.
So soccer's where you make your money. You're the big sport for you, right?
No, that's probably, so if you haven't noticed, I put up on the sheet plays, if anybody likes to look at the sheet, but actually look at what actually there, I did actually put up a full pivot of every single thing I bet this year. So you could see what league it is and what my record was on every single thing. So you can see, yes, soccer, I made more money than any other sport, but basketball is only a month in.
That's fine. You're doing fine there. Zargo, you looking at any college basketball tonight?
Yeah, I was just pulling up the slate, seeing if there's anything. This San Diego State, California Baptist caught my attention.
Yeah,
so I'm digging into that right now.
That's rabbit power.
Say what?
I think my ex went to Cal Baptist, I think. Can we bet the other side for $1 zillion, please?
Yeah, I would definitely be San Diego. Would be the way to go.
So you got into my play before we even get it. I like Cal Baptist plus 15.
God damn it.
Do you really?
Yes.
Care to break it down?
5-0?
No. 1-5.
Come on, man. Why are we betting Cal? Can we just fade that game then and not bet it? I mean, she might not have gone to school there, but I think
they're going to push pace just like with Fresno State. Fresno State's not going to be able to keep them off from being able to scoring. You look at the teams that I looked at. You basically Cal Baptist averages 77 points. Yes, weaker competition, but playing basically a San Diego State team, 75. You're closer to the holidays. Some people are relaxing. You generally see a lot of times the favorite. You saw with Baylor today. They didn't cover. It was close, but I don't think they're going to cover as much. They played SMU very good, which was a very solid team. They lost by 2. Northern Colorado was about there. Cal Baptist, I think, is going to stick with kind of everybody. They already played Fresno State early in the year and lost by 5. So, yes, now you're going to go to – that game was at Fresno State. This game's at Fresno State. Why am I getting 15 in this game when you've already played and went to overtime and it was a 5-point loss?
They're playing San Diego State.
I refuse to bet it. I refuse to bet it.
Oh, they're playing San Diego State. That's right. Sorry. Yep.
I mean, the other thing too is like San Diego State. They don't really win by margin that much. I mean, like they beat Fresno by 12. They beat Houston by 3. They did put the hurting on University of San Diego. So I'm not. Yeah, I don't hate that.
What did we get the first to score in the first period at? Plus 170, maybe.
Both teams to score. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Go back to hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. Plus 192.
All right, I'm going to throw it in there right now.
How are these guys going to play? So typically when you play in these cup games, especially the semifinals you saw last night, the bench minutes are shortened. We saw it with Gafford last night, who, sorry, still should have hit, but saw it with Gafford tonight. Richard's not that good. I expect his minutes to get cut, especially with Bogey playing, especially with Hunter back. I expect Richard's minutes to get cut all year, to be honest with you. There's the first one by Brunson. 3. There's 1-3. And I think as long as the Hawks stay attached, I think it's going to be good. That's why I think they're letting Richard play in the first quarter, because I think they're just going to let him go. And then as soon as he's done, so far he's missed the rim twice. He shouldn't be starting with anybody. If he wasn't their first overall pick, would not be starting on any team, including the Wizards.
Wow. Saying something.
Doesn't mean he doesn't have talent. And there's not a future there, but some of this they're rolling him out there strictly because he needs game time. And the Hawks weren't expected to do anything, even though they're probably going to be a play-in team.
Okay, so we got one from Brunson. We'll see what we do with Hunter. Hopefully we'll get Hunter. And I think it's interesting to point out this is kind of a little bit more of a playoff feel early in the season, right? So your bench.
That's the whole thing they're trying to do with it. They want it to feel like a playoff game.
Okay.
And they want teams to kind of start to buy in. And you have seen teams have kind of a little bit bought into the tournament at times. Some teams have mailed it in and said, who cares? But yeah. Most of the teams have at least bought in. There's good Capella on the glass.
All right, you guys could throw whatever bets you want in here. That'd be great. John, this is completely different. He threw a half unit on Notre Dame at 13-1 down to 850. So that would be what, to win it all? 13-1, 8-1, or just to win a game? To win
the championship.
It was funny. I thought he was talking about the basketball game because I was just looking at that.
No. Onyx is throwing some bets in the chat. He's going Risachet over 30 or 30 plus PRA at plus 650. I love these plus money bets. A Kongwu double 6-1 as well.
Onyx donating to his local betting charity.
Oh man, Atlanta first half.
Onyx, I'm not gonna get there, but I'm gonna come right at you. I don't think any of those bets have a chance at hell.
Well, I mean, he's betting them at 6-1, so maybe they hit.
The problem again is what I said. They're going to limit the bench, and as long as Capella doesn't get in foul trouble, Congo's not going to play as much as he normally does. Also, the Knicks have a decent enough size where Congo's not going to just live off the rebounds. But we'll see. The stranger things have happened. If the Knicks run away with this game, then Congo's got a good chance because yes, Atlanta's not going to burn their team for a win. I was surprised that the Mavs did last night because they didn't look like they cared at all throughout the entire game. And then finally they get it down to the end. They get it to 10 and all right, we're going to keep everybody in. And they ran them all the way down to the end almost. And I was like, there's no reason for that. I mean,
what
came back and hit the 5 points and made it 15. That should have been, all right, we're just going to pull it.
What books for both teams to score in the first period for Anaheim and Ottawa? It's plus 188 right now on FanDuel. How far are we into that game, Zargs?
Anaheim hasn't started yet.
All right, so we got 20 minutes till that game starts. Okay.
Not even, but yeah.
Very good.
Like I said, I mean, a play like, MGM or FanDuel is really where you want to do your hockey betting. Best odds.
That's all right. You can leave it on. Bring a kid on. I mean, what's better than bringing a kid onto a gambling show?
Already has 4 rebounds.
Who has 4?
Towns. Capella's got 2. Johnson's got 2.
Well, I double bet that. I double bet it.
Has played 3 minutes and has managed to have a stat line of 0, 0, 0, 0 for 2.
Yeah.
And 0.
Zargs, let's see the kid, first of all. Great to bring a child onto a gambling show. This is how we want to start him.
Yeah, start him young, start him early.
What a cute kid. What's your name,
Appreciate
sweetie? Do you understand English yet? Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question. How many 3-pointers does Brunson have tonight? Yeah, question. How many 3-pointers does Brunson have? 3, 4, or 5?
You say 2? Can you say 2?
No, do not say 2.
Choose the one number she knows.
All right. Well, she's gonna get 4. He's gonna get 4 tonight, so don't worry about it. It's gonna be great. All right, and specifically on the YouTube channel, I click not for kids. Just so you guys. Well, I'm doing the show. I'm in Myrtle Beach. My daughter walks in. I didn't know we were on the air. Even I'm just BSing with Keg. She's like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh." Keg's like, "We're on the air." I said, "Oh, God. Get out of here. Get out. We'll talk in a little bit." Oh, that's great. All right, so that's what we got. We're underway. Light night, but there's also a lot of things that we could talk about this evening as well. And if you haven't checked this out yet, I don't know what you're waiting for because we're giving you a free week. Now we're $59.99 a month at Nuke the House. We've got multiple cappers winning over 100 units this year. So that's kind of big. And then the last thing to tell you about is you get all the pre-flop plays. Like Keg gave out a whole bunch of plays today for the Thursday night football game and the Sunday games. Our NFL shows are behind the paywall on Sunday, 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock slates as well. We will be on free for you tomorrow. We're obviously free tonight, but sign up for a week if you want to check it out. Nuke the Holidays. Go to nukethehouse.com. Sign up for any plan. We won't charge you unless you want to be charged at the end of the week. Nuke the Holidays is the code. Okay.
Yes.
Jerry Stacks.
Well, I do have the thing of the 2 times I gave him out as actual plays was the Utah game and the Charlotte game. In both games, he didn't get over 10. Other game between that, he's hit over his 17.5. He's hit over Bridges has hit in the last 6 games, which is why I said personally I was hemming and hawing. Sorry, last 5 games, 6 out of the last 7 over that 17.5, which is why I took it personally. The question with Bridges always in this offense was going to be him trying to figure out his way, where he fits in, because he most of the time just kind of sits in the corner. And when he starts to kind of get out and move around the corner and actually make plays is really what Mikal Bridges does best. Yep.
Yeah, UFC bets too, Yellow. They got a whole bunch of that. The pod, I think they're taping the pod right now, so that'll be dropping probably tomorrow, the MMA pod with Tommy, Z, and Johnny. Talk to me, Zarks.
NFL show tomorrow?
On UFC, I mean, doesn't Kay currently have the closest thing he'll ever have to a whale play too, with a play for UFC, like not for like a couple months?
I haven't even looked at it.
Keg has always a couple of like memorable whale plays where Amanda Nunes $3,000 to win $100. But yeah, he there is a UFC fighter that he is parlaying everything with on his own. Yeah,
and it's also really funny because like it's the fight's not till February, right?
Yes.
So it's yeah. So I mean that's just holding his money till all that cashes. But
it gives you something to wait for.
Oh, absolutely. We're currently 1-0 in the Rangers-Buffalo game, so not the direction we wanted to go because I expected we might get a Buffalo goal and then just push that bet. But we'll keep an eye on it and see if we can't get a live play because, like I said, just no real edge in either of these games tonight for a pre-flop side. But got an eye on the action. We'll see what we can get. And then I don't know. I'm debating pulling the trigger on Dartmouth plus 15.5 against Notre Dame right now.
I'm debating pulling the trigger on Colgate plus 31
against Kentucky.
Wow.
Yep.
Why?
I don't think Kentucky runs up the score. I don't think there's any. Again, this goes back into my. You look historically, games near the holidays, guys are fine to win. They'll win that game by 20 something, but will they win by 30?
You tell me.
I don't think so. I think I'm going to be perfectly fine with the 31.
How about you, Zarks?
Colgate is just, I mean, I like the argument there, and I see his reasoning, but Colgate
They're
is
also
pretty
slow the pace
horrible.
down tremendously. So, I mean, they don't really turn themselves over that much either. So, yeah.
I mean, they lost by 23 to NC State.
Yeah. Different game.
For sure. In Kentucky, you're right, though. They're getting back home after going. Were they actually in Gonzaga, or was that a tournament game?
I don't remember that. I'll have to look. 1 second.
All right. By the way, you guys talk college hoops real quick. Capella, we have him. How many? Over 8.5 rebounds? He's got 4 right now. Brunson has 1, 3. We need 3 there. And then
that was in Spokane.
Yeah, and then we got a couple plays where we're waiting for our guys to get going, like Trae Young. We need him to get 4 rebounds, nothing yet. And then the other one was what? Hunter? Hunter hasn't scored yet, but so
Yeah,
now,
so
I will say, I mean, I'm certainly not going to bet minus 31.5. So, I mean, if you jump on that, I'll certainly tail.
plus 31.5. What if, do you think we can get a better number in game, Sean?
it's possible if Kentucky comes out. I'm going to play a little bit on the 31, and then we'll wait in game to see if I've completed a full unit. So,
all right, I'm going to wait in game on that one. Let's see if we can get.
I mean, it's just like, what number do you want, though, Holden? I'm 31.5. Holy cow.
Well, who knows, man? What if we get 38?
Kentucky to be up 15 or so early.
What if we get 38, or what if we get 40? I don't know. They'd be just beating the shit out of them early. If Colgate hangs in there and I don't get the number, then I don't get the number. I pass on it.
I'm just
right,
with the number that large.
I just don't bet sides and totals pre-flop. I just don't do it. Very rarely. Today I hit Fox. Fox is just on fire right now. So it's basically he throws it out. I'm probably going to bet it, Zargs, but for the most part,
for sure.
I'm just getting better numbers in the game, and that's why we're hosting the show. So
I mean, yeah, for like most of the time I would certainly agree, but just when the number's already that large, that was just simply why I was asking on that one particular.
If we can get a better number in game, we can just get a better number in game.
So we talked this NBA game. I said I like the under. We're technically way, way under right now, but yet the total is going up, which doesn't make any sense.
So do you want to bet the under?
Yeah, I'm taking the under 232.
Okay, so under 232, Knicks and Hawks, correct?
Yep.
All right, and you got that at FanDuel?
FanDuel, minus 108.
Yeah, it's minus 110 now, so we'll take
Just
that.
Dropped.
Yeah,
as I was placing the bet naturally.
All right, under 232. So let me throw that in the chat here.
I mean, right on now we're on pace for a 2 or 3 point score. So, I mean, yes, the only thing you kind of worry is the Knicks are hitting threes like their layups, but the game pace for the most part is pretty slow.
All right, well, we got that one. And here's the bets we got since the show started, because we did have a couple pre-flops there, but Capella over 8.5 rebounds. We got 4 right now. He's off to a good start. Trae Young over 3.5 rebounds, plus money. Sabres, first period money line, even money. Ducks, Sens, both teams to score in the first period, plus 180, and Knicks under 232.5, minus 10 moments.
What was your talk you were thinking about with the Jackrabbits? I was trying to look at the over, but the over's right where I think kind of where it should be. There's not a lot of there, but I lean the over.
That is South Dakota State. I was talking San Diego State.
Yes.
Okay.
Are the Jackrabbits in action too, huh?
They play Nevada at 10 Eastern.
Ooh. Okay. Well, let's see. What's going on in the hockey game is still 1-0 Rangers.
Still 1-0, man. And
okay.
I mean, Buffalo just has nothing going on offense, just 4 shots on goal. So this one could get ugly. Going to take a look at Rangers team total because we're not going to get any value on the puck line.
But we got the Anaheim game coming up too.
Correct. That should start any minute right now.
Okay, very good. So we got the Anaheim and that we got both teams to score in the first period, and then we got Troy Terry bets. So if you're a subscriber, just go and check it out. That's the best part about Nuke the House sites for the winning. What we do is we send the bets to you on your phone. You don't even have to be watching this show. You could be sitting at home, eating dinner, be like Zargo hanging out with his family. And, well, I usually turn my phone off when I'm with my kids, but even if you don't, we'll just send a bet to you. So what do we got? Capella over 8.5 rebounds. Oh, okay, 8.5 rebounds at FanDuel. Let me go bet that. And that's all you do. So you sign up, nukethehouse.com. Go pick a package if you want to check it out for a week. Nuke the holidays is what it is. Do you know? Oh, I got some NFL news here. We got a game tomorrow night, and I'm excited about it, boys. Either one of you place any bets for Thursday night football? Because I threw it right earlier in the week, and I'm glad Keg did this. Makes me feel better.
Just running
Jennings,
like 12 units.
What's that?
At this point, you should be running Puka for like 12 units.
I mean, 12 of his 26 games, he's had 100 yards.
Yep.
Are you betting him? Are you betting him?
Yes.
What are we betting? Let's go. Throw it at me.
I already.
Oh, you haven't looked at it. You're blind betting Puka.
That's what I'm betting.
You're blind betting Puka.
I'm not blind betting because, again, he has absolutely been on fire the last couple of games.
Yeah,
they're not going to give you a line that's over 100. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be betting him because, quite frankly, he has become the number one target, and Cooper Kupp has become the possession receiver.
Puka 100 plus is plus 125.
Yeah, that's what I bet. He's coming off a game at 162. He had 56 is the only outlier. Before that was 117, 123, 98. Yes, the San Francisco defense is good, but it's not tremendously great. The team itself is kind of in shambles, but yeah.
Why don't you just bet his number too? 86.5.
Yeah. I've got 88. Where'd you
get
86?
Way,
is that DK?
I did not get in.
The number I gave was, go ahead.
I did not get in on the 232.5 because apparently FanDuel decided to change the number and I didn't look at it. So son of a buck. It's down to 228.5, Fox. That's not good, is it? Just don't bother with it.
I mean, you're only on pace for 102 point first half.
Yeah, I just don't. That's 4 points difference.
Way low. And I lean the under, and I would at 228. I probably would take the under as well, but I just wouldn't take it for a full unit.
All right, we can get 230. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Bet MGM.
It's going to fluctuate. As soon as some guy hits a 3 and there, I still think we're going to end up right around 52, 53 points for the first quarter.
Okay.
I'm just watching the pace more than actually. Right now, the Knicks are also making all their shots, especially their deep threes. That's not going to continue at the clip that it's going with. Yep.
Okay. I'm a little bothered that I don't like accepting the automatic change, though. You know,
I do think it's hilarious that Puka has a 7.5. I know he's probably going to hit it, but on principle alone, I will never bet a 7.5
to the
full pre-flop. That's just too many. That's too much.
Yeah, plus 130 on FanDuel is best number for 100 plus on Puka.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take the under 230.5 at Bet MGM, and hopefully I'm going to be so pissed off if I get squeezed out on that. Do you think this thing might pick up some pace and get back to the 232, or is it just better to take it now, Fox?
They're basically taking 232 for Atlanta's typical game. That's what you're getting at 232 really on right now.
Okay, so 230.5 is 2 points off. I just don't know if I should hit it.
It's going to move, like I said, with almost every made basket. I mean, but right now, the pace that they're going up and down the floor, I've only counted 3 fast breaks for the whole entire thing. You had 2 quick baskets scored right after I actually gave the number. They scored 4 points within 10 seconds, but and then since then we've slowed it right back down. So I think the pace is going to be more towards the slower end of the field. I feel this game's probably you got 3 minutes to go. Typically you'd add another 14 points. You're at 37 right now. That's a 51-point quarter. So yeah.
All right, Puka 86.5 at minus 14 or Puka 84.5 minus 24. Probably the 86.5 minus 14.
Yeah, I go for the better payout.
For Puka for me, right? Now he's 89.5 just about everywhere in the industry if you get the Bet Rivers, if you have Bet Rivers. So let's see here. We're 89 plus. We're at 89.5 at DK, 88.5 FanDuel. Yeah, Sugar House has it at 86.5 minus 14.
He says what Bet Rivers has too.
Yeah, that's what it is. Bet Rivers Sugar House is the same thing.
I mean, the question I would have is who's the running back for San Francisco? Is it Patrick Taylor tomorrow?
We don't know yet.
So you guys always somehow find a way to bet guys that
get hurt.
Well, not that's after
no, get hurt. Trust me.
But it's like the one dude bet who bet Charbonnet at 14.5.
Yeah, I bet him at 15.5 with Tyler.
In what book?
It was up. I think it was at DK because they didn't have the second the Kenny Walker news came out was when we were on the air doing the show Friday, and he's like, and I looked it up, and he's like, yeah, you got to bet that. Let's bet it. That's how he did it.
Most of the time, anytime somebody's questionable, you just don't get any numbers on anybody. So.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm not seeing any.
I think the Charbonnet thing, going back to that for a second, I think the Charbonnet thing is going to be a 50-50 split when Kenny Walker comes back. And he just might be a guy we need to go to anyways. And you're not going to get any of his numbers because we still don't know. But as far as Garendo goes, we just don't know yet. He's questionable. So all these Twitter doctors, I think he's going to play. He feels great. He's going to play. Who the fuck knows? Seriously. Who knows?
Yeah. Short week.
Yeah. So
I mean, San Francisco technically is still fighting for the division because that division is
it's not done.
That's my fear on this game is like I have a heavy lean towards the Rams, but every time I think I figured out who the top dog in the NFC West is, they just get pummeled. Like I bet on Arizona 2 or 3 weeks in a row now. They've lost all of them. So I'm like, Rams, they look hot. San Francisco's down bad. And then, I'm worried I'm going to bet the Rams, and then San Francisco wins by 10.
And then we have Drake Greenlaw practicing in full. And Nick Bosa got back out there. So I know everybody's talking about going to Kyron, and I don't blame you betting the number. I just don't know if Kyron goes completely gonzo this week. Those guys are bad.
I think I'm going to probably look back more in the Blake Corum props again to see what they are. I've got nothing at all, but normally it's been 13.5. So that's kind of where I'm going to look to go again.
The only reason I already bet the Kyron Williams prop because I got it at 70.5 and I thought it was going to close around 74. And right now it's basically 72 everywhere to 72.5. So I do have 3/4 unit down on him. I don't, because that wasn't given out by Keg or anybody else. So it's kind of my bet.
All right.
What do we got going in the NBA, guy? Fox, anything? How are bets looking?
Nothing right now. They're looking at Jalen Johnson on the free throw line trying to complete a 3-point play.
Okay.
But technically in real life, and I'm trying to been telling everybody in the chat, TV is behind by about 25 seconds.
At least 25 seconds.
It's a lot. And normally you don't get that in the NBA, which I don't know why it is for this, but it's been so far behind. It's been unbelievable.
Zargs, where are we in our 2 games? Did the second game start yet? All right, there's one mute. It's really a second, so we set it at 3.5. But we're gonna. So the over under for mutes tonight was for Zargo was 3.5. And the reason why we bumped it up a full mute was because he came on, he was already on mute. So that's 2. All right, Zargs, you there, pal?
Yeah, I am. So we're about to have puck drop in Ottawa, but it hasn't happened yet. And then we got 30 seconds left in Buffalo in the first period. So it looks like that bet is a loser.
Okay. Shit happens. We'll have a million more bets to make. So now I got Puka over, Kyron over, and Kittle over. Those are my plays for tomorrow night's game already.
Hunter for 3. That gives him 5.
Okay. Well, let's see where this total is. And if I can get in at it's just hanging out steady at 229.
They've gone up a little bit quicker in pace in this last minute here, but there's only 47 seconds left, and we're still at 48 points.
Yeah, and it's still 3 points off the number that you got, so I'm still not going to get it yet. 229.5 is the number just about everywhere. 228.5 at DK. 227.5 at FanDuel. I mean, all it would take is one big run, but 225, that's it. It's dead. 225.5. I'm going to miss out on that bet. That upsets me.
I know some people are going, well, we should have been on Karl Anthony Towns there. Karl Anthony Towns rebounds was 14.
That's a lot.
I can't bet a 14 pre-flop. Now, granted, live it's 14.5, But I can't bet a 14. And the part of the reason that I agreed with Josh Hart basically being questionable to play with an ankle, he's really probably not going to mix it up inside there. So they're just letting Towns grab all the rebounds.
Did you guys look at the bowl games coming up? Anybody like anything in particular?
You're going to laugh hysterically.
Why?
Because I've been ready. I got this. I got Santa Claus trivia. We're ready to go.
Santa Claus. Hold on. I'd rather have Santa Claus trivia. We got Army Navy this weekend too.
Army wins just like I was here last time. Army -6.5 is a gift. That's probably one of the best bets of the weekend. They are going to throttle them.
I mean, they hate each other though.
They're not on the same plan. Take the -6.5. Take the -9.5. Take probably up to -13.5.
Zargs, but you're listening to this. What do you think?
That's a pretty bold stance. Just number one to think we're going to see. I mean, I guess Army has been. They've been playing really well this year. I mean, traditionally it'd be crazy to see enough points in an Army Navy game that a team could cover by that many. But they've been tremendous this year.
They've been better than what they have in years past, and I think they cover the 6.5 quite easily. It's
funny, the over under is 39, but I just want to know what Army's team total is, because that'd probably be the way to go.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I could
Army,
definitely
22.5.
So they're trying to put it at 24 points. If that happened, now granted, I mean, I remember games have been 6-3 in the Army Navy game. But a lot of teams were like, they didn't have explosives. Army can't actually throw the ball. Army's running backs, I think, are a little bit better than previous years, especially in the interior. I don't think this Navy team is really that good. When they played anybody with any kind of talent, they got slaughtered. Tulane, one of them. So Tulane basically goes, they lost to Tulane 35-0. And you look at how Army played Tulane. They just throttled them 35-14. So common opponent versus their best team they've played, they got completely wiped out. And I think Army does the same thing. They're a pretty good team, but sometimes you got to look at kind of some of their wins here. Yes, they're in the same conference. So you look at with there, but if you compare time when they played that team versus when Army played that team, it's pretty close that Army is clearly the much better team.
All right, that's Fox's take right here. Hey, question from Kirk Gray. What up, Kirk? How are you, pal? Good to see you.
That was the game I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so anyone like Golden State tonight? Game number 2. Let's talk about it, Foxy.
I do like Golden State. I'm just waiting to make sure who's in and who's out. Sengun is questionable to play. Most people think he will try to give it a go. And the reason I like Golden State is the really stupidest reason you ever heard. As long as Wiggins is the go, Golden State has beat Houston in the last 5 times they've played them. The only way that Houston, I think, wins this game is if they get a little home cooking from the home cooking refs. But you have Cam Whitmore is questionable to play. They should get Tari Eason back. He should be able to go today. Moses Moody's out for the Dubs, but I really think they're going to get after him defensively. Sengun's going to be able to get his if he plays. He generally always does for them. But with Curry playing and with Wiggins playing, I think they'll be able to win this game.
Zargs, talk to me the late game. You already gave out your plays. Why don't you give them out again and tell us what's going on in the Rangers Sabres. And then once again, your plays in the Ducks and Sens, just because people are showing up now. We're giving away free plays tonight here on the show.
Yep. So Rangers up 1-0 at the first intermission. Anaheim, we are literally about to see puck drop. It's happening as we speak. We like Troy Terry, shots on goals. We got a unit on 3 shots on goals for Terry, half a unit on 4. We like both teams to score in the first period. And then we got a goalie prop that was for members only.
Beautiful.
Because that was
what
probably
were you gonna say, Foxy?
Favorite play on the slate.
Love it. Foxy, what were you saying, dude? I thought you were saying something. No.
No.
Obviously. Okay. Very good. Can I get some Santa Claus trivia, please? That's what I'm here for. I'm here for Santa Claus trivia. I didn't know we had any tonight. I'm very excited.
Claus trivia.
Yeah. Your daughter's not, she wouldn't understand anyways, would she?
No,
Zargo?
No, her vocabulary, we're about 50 words.
She's too young. All right. If you got any kids that believe in Santa Claus, turn it off right now. All right. What do you got?
Okay. All right. You know, this is the Santa Claus. In
the movie?
Yes.
I've never seen that movie.
How do you not see that movie?
I never seen that movie. I thought this was actual Santa Claus trivia.
No. I can look up some Santa Claus trivia.
All right, before you do
Go
that,
ahead. I want to hear it. I mean, you gotta let the man finish a trivia question though.
Well, he's gonna have to in a minute. But Fox, you got any direction on same game parlay for anything to use in the DK no sweat bet tonight?
I haven't looked at it in a second, but I'll build it at halftime.
And no king of the court because there's just 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a really bad king of the court, but yes.
The Santa Claus.
How do you not seen the Santa Claus? It's got Tim Allen.
Like Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Yes.
I still never seen it. No.
You were married before you had kids, right?
I got kids. I got 2 of them. They're little.
I went out with a girl once who played an elf in the second one.
You played an elf in the second movie?
I went out with a girl who played an elf in the second one.
Ooh.
Do they live as a shelter person?
It's a good story.
Thank you.
What's
the trivia though, Fox?
I was just gonna give it different things. So the trivia was got a cool question. I was go. All right. So the first one I was going to do was very simple. What was the name of the ladder company that first appeared when he saw the ladder?
Oh, it's been so long I've seen the movie. I remember the scene because I know it like changes.
Can I tell you what it is? Because I've really seen it 37 times.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Rose Sushek.
Yeah, you're looking it up, obviously, but it's he rose such a clatter because it's there. So it's the Rose Such a Clatter company.
You're right. I still never seen the movie. I thought I'd just trick you, but you were too smart for me. You outfoxed me. What am I going to do? All right.
Sorry.
Fox, are you done with trivia?
At this point, we'll see. The game's still back on. We're back at the second.
We're going to do some trivia right now. What do you think about trivia here, Zargo? Can you do NBA trivia with us? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's go. Can you name the NBA players with the most career triple doubles? I will start. Westbrook has to be up there. Yep. Come on, we got 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Chad, if you want to throw it in there. Active players.
Jokic.
Kareem? Oh, yeah, Jokic. Kareem is not on there.
No,
Magic
Johnson's on there. Oscar Robertson.
Johnson.
LeBron's got to be on there.
James.
LeBron's probably be on there.
Yeah. He's there. What about Luka?
Yeah,
Luka's on there.
How many do we got? We're doing the top what?
Count assist.
Michael Jordan has to be on there.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
He is. Yep, he's there.
Yep, Harden on there.
200, Oscar Robertson 181, and then Jokic 139. You just passed Magic. So, wow, the Joker.
You said top 10 or top 15?
Huh?
Yeah, how many are we doing?
Like
top
20? Or actually, most career triple doubles. It looks like there's at least 20, maybe more.
Did you see Untouchable Jay said Harden and Nash?
Harden?
I can't imagine Nash had that many rebounds, but I mean,
Nash
I could be wrong.
is not on there. Harden is on there. How about Wilt? Did Wilt ever do it?
Absolutely. I mean, he had so many fake stats.
I don't know if he did or not.
They didn't count the stat.
Oh, there you go. Wilt Chamberlain, not on there. Unfortunately.
Karl Malone?
No, he doesn't. I don't think he'd have the assist on the night.
Who else would have had a ton of triple doubles?
KD.
Havlicek? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try Havlicek in here. Most triple doubles.
I don't think he's on there either because they don't count the stat. Kevin Garnett.
Garnett?
Yep. Kevin Durant's should be on there.
Garnett is not on there.
Did you
Durant?
You got Durant? Yeah.
Not on there. He's not.
Oh, wow.
On.
Duncan.
I think we got to start thinking maybe some point guards.
Duncan or Paul
Yeah,
Pierce.
we gave you Steve Nash, and you told us no.
Yeah, I know. That was wild. I thought he'd be on there as well. So there's a lot of guys that are left here.
Where Duncan or Pierce?
How about Clyde Drexler? I don't think Drexler. Drexler! We got Drexler. Okay. There's another one.
Am I on mute?
Trey
No.
Young. No, Trey
Young?
Young. Jason Kidd. Yeah, that's a good one.
Kid's there. Young wasn't, but Kid was there.
Did we get?
How about Giannis?
Mm.
Yes, Giannis is on the list.
I'd question the list.
Did you get Duncan?
Yeah, he wasn't there. Bird is there. All right, Larry Bird. Duncan wasn't there. This is fascinating.
Yeah.
Rick Smits? No, not Rick Smits.
He's not going to get there. Miller.
Do we have Kobe?
Uh-huh. Yep. Kobe had 21.
Did you put Tracy McGrady on there or no?
Oh, I'm doing it right now. No McGrady.
How about Shaq or Dwight?
Trat says Draymond Green. I agree with that.
Green? Yeah, Draymond Green. Yeah, he had 32.
Wow.
What about Worthy? I feel like James Worthy had it. Nope, not James Worthy.
Nope.
This is tough. Paul Pierce?
Yeah, that's what I said forever ago.
You did, but he's not on there. Paul Pierce.
Okay. Did we Shaq?
What about Bill Russell? They didn't count it back then, so that can't be it.
Because say that's when you start to look, and it's not because it's just not.
Yeah, it's just not there. All right, we got 1 minute to go.
Dwight Howard.
Get it the fuck out of here, Hagler.
Dwight Howard.
Anyways, Rambus. Hold on. Well, who was the other one above Rambus that was written down? Hardaway.
Give me Chris Paul.
Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's got Penny Hardaway. That's not a bad.
Or
guess.
Tim Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway is the only one that has a chance now.
This is really difficult.
Did you get Shaq or Dwight?
And you saw Kevin Garnett. That wasn't on there?
Yeah. Shaq wasn't on there. Dwight wasn't on there.
Paul Pierce.
I tried.
You already tried him multiple times.
Tried Paul Pierce. That didn't work.
Did you try Jason Tatum?
That'd be crazy.
No. Luka Doncic is on there. The hell
Tony
else?
Parker?
Who?
Tony Parker?
Nah, that's not gonna be.
No. I think we're just.
Yeah, maybe Pippen, but I'm not sure.
All right, we're done. We're out. Here are the guys we didn't get. I must have spelt Wilt's name wrong because Wilt was there. Wilt had 78, and they did count it back then. Wow. Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis.
Yeah.
Lafayette Lever. Ben Simmons. Bob
What?
Cousy. I spelled Cousy wrong, so we got Cousy wrong.
We talked about Simmons last time. If he wasn't worth $40 million, you'd be saying, okay, he's a solid pro.
Rajon Rondo.
He's worth $40 million.
Well, we went through all those Celtics, but we didn't get
Celtics, and we couldn't
Rondo.
get
Havlicek. Grant Hill.
was guessed several times.
Okay, you had Havlicek. All right, so he's on there. Grant Hill, Elgin Baylor, Walt Frazier. We got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with our guy Zargo. Here we go.
Thank you.
Kyle Lowry, Michael Ray Richardson, Chris Webber, Tom Gola, and Charles Barkley. What a list.
Chuck, huh?
What a list. Yeah, we only got like 17 out of 30. So
Update on the basketball. We got
update on basketball. Let's go.
We got Johnson with 6 and 6. We got Capella with 4 rebounds. Hunter's got 5 points. Okongo's got 0 points and 5 rebounds. Richer actually did finally get a basket. He's 2-0-1. So Towns is 6 and 9. Brunson is shot 2 threes, made 1. And Bridges has 9 points to lead all scores.
I'm absolutely furious that I didn't get that 232.
And we're still on pace again for another 53 point quarter. The lot total is 219.
Do you think they'll get over 219?
I originally said the total I was looking for was 221, 223 range with their. I mean, you still have a chance for this game to go up. The only question is you're just getting quarter after quarter where it's slow. And the books are just holding on to the fact that they think, oh, this is just going to rise up. You should get 24 points by the 6-minute mark. We're at 6:54 and we've got 19. Realistically, that should hit right at 24. And if you do, that's on pace for a 50-point quarter. So it doesn't look like – it looks like we should be able to bet this at – if this continues at like 209, 211 at halftime.
Screw you, FanDuel, for not letting me get my bet in. That is frustrating, man. Very, very frustrating.
Yeah, I do. I have auto accept on, and most of the time it's worth it, but every now and again it does burn you.
Yeah, I got burned.
Baby Jordan, Harold Miner. There's a name for the past.
Harold Miner. Oh my God, Magnani. That's insane.
Ottawa got a goal early, so it's 1-0. Anaheim's now on the power play. Terry,
is that good?
Yes, so we need both teams to score is the bet. So with Anaheim going on the power play, we have a chance to cash this bet here, and we're not even halfway through the first. So
all right, so we dropped the Sabres first period money line, but we're in play for the both teams to score in the first period.
Yes.
Yeah. Congo's went to the line, missed them both, so he still stays with 0 points.
He's got 2.
Oh, he had 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
With 2. Yeah.
But we didn't bet on Congo, did we?
No, we didn't. But one of the guys is the chat's got him. He's got a big bet on a Congo. He's got him. I mean, it was 6-1 or 12-1 or something like that. But yeah,
they are up in Brunson's grill is for these threes right here. Isaiah Ryder. Oh my God, you guys are going super old school. We'll do some more trivia later though. My God.
Did like Isaiah Ryder's game. He played 0 defense whatsoever. He would have done great in this era.
Yeah. It's super athletic. You're right. He would have been great.
One shot the 3, though. That would have been the biggest Achilles heel for him. Guys would have just went, all right.
Can you play without shooting a 3 if you're like a 1, 2, 3, or 4 at this point?
For the most part,
no 5s. There are no 5s anymore, right? So it's just like 1, 2, 3, and 4.
There are plenty of 5s. They're just slender down and move. I mean, Bonus is a 5. I mean, Wemby. Technically, Karl Anthony Towns is a 5. Of course, you can play with the 4 as well. Wemby, of course, is a 5. The Wizards have about 7 5s on their roster. And you have 5s. They're not posting up. I mean, that was my biggest issue watching the Dallas game was Dallas would go on runs when they threw the ball down to Gafford, and Gafford or Lively would either another shot or go ahead and take Hardenstein to the rim for easy buckets. So whatever reason, they decided not to do that and just try to pass it around the perimeter and play drive and kick. And I mean, that doesn't work. OKC really covers the passing lanes really well.
Brunson hit a second 3, so we got 2 now. We need 1 more.
Yep.
And I took the Brunson minus 125 by itself. And then I took Brunson and your Karl Anthony double, and Anthony has 6 and 9. So we're doing pretty good there. Probably cash both those bets. Probably. Don't want to say definitely. So that number crept back up to 224.5 in the Knicks game, the total.
Yeah, because you had 2 straight turnovers that led to easy baskets.
Okay. Let's see if we can get back to 230.
We were sitting at 19 before at the 6:54 mark when we talked about. We're a minute later and we're at 29.
I just love the chat throwing out old school names: Adrian Dantley, Malik Steele,
Tyrone Hill. I'm really good at basketball. I'm flat to tell you. I couldn't tell you who Tyrone Hill is. I knew Lloyd Davis.
I thought he was with the Pacers. He was a power forward, is what I want to say. Ty Hill.
Mark Allen and John are basically admitting like we want to go. I can start naming guys that are playing now, and you guys will all
don't. He was with the Warriors. He was a journeyman. Warriors, Sixers, and Cavaliers. But yeah, he was a power forward. I remember Tyrone Hill.
But I do have a bone to pick with you. You asked who likes college football. We talked about Army, and then we stopped. Like, there's no other game.
Are you ADHD? I am super ADHD. Okay. So if usually I'm doing a show, it's one sport, we're going around, we're doing it. Now I got NBA, NHL, NCAA basketball, NFL, NCAA football we're going to do. So settle down,
right.
Fox. Don't pick a bone with me. Holden Polynese, can I tell you let me tell you the worst Polynese story ever, and then we can do it. My first job covering a professional, that was actually in college. That was the Royals. My first job getting paid to cover a professional team as a professional broadcaster with the Seattle Supersonics, 98-99, the strike year. Holden Polynese comes to town, and I'm like, Holden, my name's Holden. Isn't that cool? And he looked at me and he walked away. So that's my Holden Polynese story. Okay, Fox, what did you want to talk about?
All right, 1 second. I just can't kill my echo that's happening.
You're fine. We can't hear it. That's it.
Nope. All right, so we're gonna start naming people that NBA players that ride with Holden. Okay.
No, don't. We're done.
Got it. I'll name my one guy. I'll throw out there. One of the worst lottery picks of all time, DeJuan Wagner.
Okay. What were you going to talk about?
All right.
Football?
Jacksonville State versus South Carolina State. You've got a game where Jacksonville State going in, basically playing what is this? The Independence Bowl? What did they call this bowl game again? I got to remember what they call this so I get this right. The Celebration Bowl. Being played in Georgia, Jacksonville State versus South Carolina State. Here's the thing that's going into this game. Jacksonville State is going to play with their third quarterback. And Jacksonville State does not throw the ball really for the most part at all. Last week, they threw for 115 yards with two quarterbacks. Now, that backup, Zay McDonald, who came into the game, threw for 30 yards. He also ran for 120. So he is also out now in this game. So you are running with their third quarterback for South Carolina State. You got some other guys that are sitting out. I have no idea how Jacksonville State's really going to move the ball. It's basically going to be all up to Mulligan. And if Mulligan doesn't have a massive day, it's going to be a long day for them. I like South Carolina State here, getting the points at +1.5. That's actually going to be my play because I don't think we're seeing the same Jacksonville State we've seen all day.
All right. So what is it again? Jacksonville State?
Jacksonville State versus South Carolina State. I'm taking South Carolina State +1.5.
All right. I'll let you throw that on the board because that's not tonight.
No, it's Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. So that'll be you could throw that on to play. You could do that.
And then you have the annual exodus of the MAC teams playing late on Saturday night. So that should be a pretty good game versus USA versus Western Michigan. Western Michigan's got a number of guys that are in the transfer portal, is what happens every year. Basically, the MAC is since the transfer portal started, that if you made the MAC All-Pro team, there's almost zero chance if you were a junior or less that you were finishing up your game in the same MAC team that you played for. Almost a massive exodus happens every year. You're looking at two good games. The issue, though, is Western Michigan does have 26 seniors that have played in these games. I like Western Michigan based on experience in this game. You're getting +8 points. I think USA is going to be able to score, but Lopez has been out for a while. He's out injured. So Davenport's still going to be playing a quarterback. You look at his game log, it's nothing to be really that. I mean, he threw for 40 yards one week. That's going to be tremendous. They do have two great running backs, but Floth Bothwell is not going to play this week. So if you have any kind of props listed in this game, I kind of would look at Kentrell Bullock. He's probably going to go well over his number. It's going to be about 45 to 50. And he'll be the main rock carrier there. But I'm going to take Western Michigan and the points. I'm taking 2 dogs on Saturday.
All right. Very good. Just to update you. By the way, this Knicks Hawks game got really interesting. Josh Hart with a little 360 lay-in. We had Karl Anthony Towns getting pestered. He got into it with Trae Young. He was kind of cornered, threw the ball away. And then on the other end, Karl Anthony Towns with a massive block. Like the crowd was just going bananas at Madison Square Garden. So Geez, the Hawks can't buy a bucket here. 49 up. They just got another one. As I say that, 49-43. And then we cashed we haven't cashed the Towns double-double and the Brunson over 2.5 threes yet, but we need 2 points from our guy. It was a big, it went in. Was that 100? We need 2 points from Towns, and then we need a 3 from Brunson, and then we're in.
Yeah, Hunter's got 10 already, so we need 8 points in the second half. Still got 2 minutes to go and some change here. So
need some rebounds from Trae Young too.
Yep, we do need some rebounds. Yeah, we need 3 more, right? Hey, hit the like button if you get a minute. That'd be great. We'd appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Nuke the House. I got Foxy here with me. I got Zargo down there with me. And if you want to try us out, you want to get our pre-flop plays, you want to get the game plans in the NFL, you want to get the behind the paywall shows like the 1 o'clock slate in the NFL, the 4 o'clock slate in the NFL, sign up, nukethehouse.com. 1 free week if you want to try us out. If you already used it, $59.99. You get the plays right to your phone. Right to your phone. That's the great part. You sign up in our Discord. We put the plays in. Boom, goes out. You get it to your phone. You don't got to watch the shows. You can just chill out. It's great.
Or you can come watch the shows because we like the
Or you can watch the shows. Yeah. But you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just sit there with your phone and get the notifications.
Colgate Live is now Colgate Live is now 37.5.
Okay.
They've opened
there you
up
go,
the game 11-0.
Is it time? Is it time to bang the Colgate total? Or
no, Colgate hasn't scored yet, so it's 12-0. But it has taken the first 4 minutes for Kentucky, so it's not like they're just running. But they haven't scored at all. So
I mean, this is a better number.
It's a better number, yeah. If you didn't get on the 30.5, I'd get on the 31. Yeah,
38.5.
38. Again, it'd be nice if they could score about a basket.
So you want to see them score a basket before you would bet them?
Yeah, because it could be a run. This could be a long run.
Like at some point in time, they're gonna score.
Correct, but I
think
yes, but there's a question. Being up 9 points or 12 points in basketball, and you sit there and you score 2 or you score 3, you can really quickly take that away. Where like, you started off 12-0. It's another thing if Kentucky switched this game 20-0.
Colgate plus 38.5. We didn't get your. Did you give that out as official play, or did you just throw it out there, Fox?
I gave it out as a play, but I was saying we were going to do a partial, so I'm giving it out as a half unit. That's what I have it on my listed.
Okay, because I had to throw that out in the live show chat, so I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to say it's at everyone. Colgate plus 38.5.
That's fine.
Plus 38.5. 0.5 units. DK. Okay.
That's fine.
All right, we're riding Colgate right now. Let's go, Colgate. I do have some NBA news if you guys are interested in the next game. Andrew Wiggins, game time decision. So he's downgraded. Steven Adams will play tonight. Şengün will play tonight. So there you go. You got everything you need to know for the late games. All right, give me an update, Zargo. How are we doing on our both teams to score in the first period?
Yeah, well, Senator's got 2 goals, so it's 2-0. So we really we've seen crazy penalty minutes so far in this one. So past 5 minutes, Anaheim, they've just been playing defense. So hopefully we got about 7 minutes left in the period. Hopefully they can get one between the pipes for us. And then Rangers, Sabres still sitting at 1-0, man. That New York puck line sitting at -105. I'm pretty close to pulling the trigger on it, but I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. But if anybody wants to, jump on it, I don't hate it because Buffalo just can't get anything going on offense. And I'm surprised the number is where it is. I'd expected something like a -120. So at -105, that's a decent option.
Okay. Very good. Righty.
Hunter's got 11 now. So
Hunter's got 11 in the first half. Well, that happens. That's the whole thing about NBA, man. Stuff happens so fast. You could be like, this guy, we're not going to score. And then the guy hits back-to-back threes. All of a sudden, he's on pace to hit his total.
Correct. So I had a big thought, but you were saying, well, why don't we take the extended or the alt props in the NBA? And so I want to equate it as taking the NBA points props. is a lot like taking a receptions or carries prop. And the reason why I say that is because you're only going to get one every time he hands the ball off. You're only going to go one when he catches. NBA, you're only getting 2 or 3 points each time. So there's guys who have their averages like in that frame. And so many times, unless it's an oddity where the line is just way off, trying to go up 6 to 7 points over his number, which is the first thing you need to do to get real plus money, the probability of that is not happening that often. So unlike where you look at a lot of things that you take with alt props, a lot of those things you take are reception yards, because you could get -10 in one catch, or you can get 99. Because that's the advantage and the built-in positively, basically, for you trying to be able to take that alt prop. So you have more ways to hit that prop. So there's versus when you take a receptions prop or you just take a carries prop. If he doesn't get a carry, he doesn't get that. So if he doesn't get a shot, he's not going to hit it. So, yeah. So that's kind of where my thought process, because I really had a really deep thought. I really was thinking about this the other night, just laying in bed, trying to think. It was like, okay, why don't I take more alt props? And then I kind of did a little bit of research on it and looked back, and I was like, because they all would have lost. It is kind of the bigger thing. But yeah, I mean, you can take 1 or 2 points over, like I said, but I would really not be taking like so many guys. If you get 72 yards, just take 80 yards because it's plus money.
Just think about also, if you just think about in terms of percentages, right? Like if it's 10 points, right? 11 points, that's 10% more as opposed to 90 yards, 10% is 9 yards. And yes, that's a big difference. You get a much better payout when you're adding 10 yards and adding a point to a prop play.
Zargs, give us some NHL betting tips, would you? Give me your process, how you're picking up some of these bets you're laying down.
Yeah, historically, it's you kind of just look at the streaks, right? You look at good teams on losing streaks, bad teams on winning streaks, and you can normally just find good value. One of the best things Spread Astaire ever taught me is like when you're talking about a game, and sometimes I wouldn't make a call because like, oh man, it's a coin flip. I can't make a call on this game. And it's like, yeah, it's a coin flip, but you're getting plus 120, plus 150 odds. And so if you take that enough times, you're going to be profitable. And so that's a large part of it. For live betting hockey, man, I mean, momentum, ice tilt is huge. So one of my favorite things, I mean, I don't have the time like I used to kind of sit down and watch a full slate, but anytime you got a team that goes up like 3-0 in the first period, and then the other team, scores 1 in the second, 2 in the third, so now it's a 3-3 game, and one team hasn't scored since the first period, go with the hot team. Go with the team that scored 3 now unanswered, and that's normally results in a win, in the overtime.
Kind of like pre-flop and in-game are obviously different.
Right, yeah, but I've never seen a sport where momentum is as obvious as it is in hockey, just because of, watching them, like how much time they're spending in the offensive zone, seeing how many shots on goal. Like it's not as nuanced as other sports. Like basketball, man. I mean, those guys like, I mean, Fox obviously, and Spread's good at it, and Tyler, like they do a good job of watching a game and seeing a team's down 10 and knowing whether or not, that lead's going to hold or not. I'm not as sharp in basketball like that. But, in my opinion, this might just be my opinion and people might think I'm crazy. I just think in hockey, it's much more obvious, and it's simple things you can look at to kind of see that momentum change.
We got Gerardo in the house. What up, Gerardo? You got any bets? Throw them in there, pal. Always good to see you. Zargo, you were just on a heater too, man. I'm not saying it's over. You were just on a heater, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, ever since last Wednesday night, things were going really well in hockey. Not a great night last night, so that's why I was hoping for the rebound today.
It's all right.
Yeah.
You're 0-1. Big deal. We got
no, for sure. I took a shot with that Pittsburgh money line yesterday. It was great value, but it just, didn't work out.
Towns
and then Utah, man, that was another bad beat. Lost that in like 5-round shootout, something like that.
Well, Colgate finally scores. The answer to the trivia question is 17-3 is the final score. So Kentucky scored the first 17, and Colgate got a 3.
Man, I probably could have grabbed 40. I probably could have grabbed the plus 40. Kind of pisses me off. Be honest with you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we piss at the end of the game.
John, you say that in the NBA, everyone makes a run, but oh my gosh, all the Grizzlies games I've been to, whichever direction I bet, it's the opposite. Like I think, no, this lead isn't going to hold, and then it does. And I think they'll make a comeback, and they don't. It's not as it's very anecdotal. I think it happens way more in the NBA, like more times than not. But just yes, sometimes a team takes a 10-point lead early, and sometimes they do carry that the full length of the game, and just add on as time goes on.
Zargs, do you have the Thursday night article coming up for Thursday Night Football, or is that spread? You do?
No, yeah, that's me. I was before I got on. I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to do that tonight.
That's all right. That's all right, man. I just need, and you can write it during the show if you want to. I don't give a shit. Foxy likes to talk. I got stupid stuff to say. We still haven't gotten to Bill Belichick yet. You're on mute half the time. Did you guys see this? So it's official. He's going to North Carolina, guys.
I saw that on my drive home today. I was excited to talk about. I figured we'd touch on it on the show, man.
You know what? The first thing I thought of was that he has a 24-year-old girlfriend, and she is totally going to get dumped. Think about the amount of 21 to 24-year-old girls that are better looking than his girlfriend that are going to be at UNC.
The only thing else, this could be complete crap, but it does seem like there was an intellectual aspect. Like I just don't think Belichick would dump her for some ditzy 21-year-old.
You think there's an intellectual aspect between a 24-year-old and a 70-something-year-old?
An aspect, not the primary, not the only.
Fascinating.
The stories we've heard, just from the stories
you've heard the stories. General, she's smart.
Yeah, like they started talking because about her philosophy assignment on a flight was supposedly they started talking.
Okay.
Just if we were to just in general say a 74, like I see all the time at the casino, yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It does not matter.
He's a dog. He's a dog. He's never slowing down. He's a dog. Love him.
And while some may say, while UNC is a prestigious school, look, I'm from North Carolina. I know plenty of dumb chicks that got into there.
So here's my question. And Keg was saying this to me on our NFL show today. And if you haven't checked it out, it's here on YouTube. We gave away a best bet. We gave away a whole bunch of stuff for the week 15 slate. But no matter what Belichick does, even like Kansas, if Belichick came to Kansas and won a national championship, it's still a basketball school. Is it possible Belichick turns UNC into a football school?
Here's my problem with that is that's just like a history thing. It's just because of when we think Kansas, we think basketball. So right. I don't know if you ever, and I think it'll be generational. Let's just say, Hibbert, whatever his name is, seems to be doing a great job at UNC. If say the basketball program falls off.
Hubert Davis, check another great name too in the NBA. Yeah,
Hubert
Davis. All right, I'm going to interrupt you for actual play. Sorry.
Oh, you got a play to get out. Hold on, timeout. Sorry, Zargs. We'll come back to Belichick.
We're good.
Dun, dun, dun. What's the play, Foxy?
We're going to take Mikal Bridges over 5.5 rebounds. He's at 4. Minus 125.
What's the number?
Minus 5.5. Minus 125 on MGM. See, I'm just line shopping, trying to find what I want.
I love this. You were never line shopping, and now you're line shopping everywhere. Why not just take 6.5 at plus money at that point? You just feel good about the 5.5?
Again, I like playing the number. Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second.
I wanted Karl Anthony Towns, but no one will give it to you. And the number I'm seeing grayed out is 20.5, and I can't take that. By the way, he has 14 at halftime.
I got to play.
All right. Hold on a second. You got to play, huh? Did you go to Caesars for your play, Sean, or ESPN?
MGM.
No, did you go to Caesars? Did you shop at Caesars or anywhere else to get that?
I don't have anything on Caesars here.
So okay, and no Bet Rivers either?
No, we don't have Bet Rivers.
Okay. All right, Zargs, you're going to have to throw it in the in-game chat because I'm trying to find this bet right now, but let's go. Dun, dun, dun. I need a sounder. I'm going to get a sounder for your guys' bets. Dun, dun, dun. All right, what do you got?
I'm going under 6.5 goals in this Anaheim game. It keeps flopping depending on the moment you touch it. I'm just going to go with even money, but it keeps bouncing. Plus 105, minus 110, even money. So I'm just going to take that middle number for what I'm posting. It's looking about the same. MGM, FanDuel. I've not checked Caesars, but going under 6.5 goals. Just the penalties in this first period are what led the Senators to have multiple goals. So I mean, I don't expect this every period, and even if we do get 2 goals every period, we'll still cash the under.
All right, Bridges, actually the juice got a little bit better if you guys are interested. Mikal Bridges over 5.5 rebounds is now down to -15 at MGM. So if you want, I'm going to go bet that right now. All right. And then we got under 6.5 in the Anaheim game.
Yeah.
So we got NBA and NHL. It's a live betting show. This is what we do. Our guys are the best in the business. Happy you could join us tonight. And I think that there's a lot of people that are watching right now that would tell you how great our guys are and that they are the best in the business because we have the track record. We track all our picks, multiple cappers up over 100 units. Zargo's a great Zargo. What are you up this year? Out of curiosity.
On the calendar year, it's like 30 units.
Oh, 30
and
units.
I don't bet in the summer. I'm just hockey and football.
Just hockey and football. Love it. All right. So I got to bet Anaheim, Ottawa under 6.5 goals, and they just froze it. So
yeah, they
3-0
just
Senators.
I think Ottawa just scored. So I hate when that happens.
So we'll go under 7.5 goals.
Yeah, if you can get it.
Okay, it's frozen everywhere. So see if we can get a different number.
All right. At this point, do we take the Ottawa -3.5?
No, it's just penalties. They got another power play. That's how they got this third goal. I don't think you're gonna have penalties like this all game.
Okay.
I mean, they brought this back at 7.5 minus like 200. Yeah, 7.5 minus 170. They don't want you betting this right now.
No, because I mean it was just that one goal, right? Like I think under 6.5 is still the move. I still think it's a fine number, but obviously because they scored, the number's got to change. Or if you wanted to go over, if you're like, wow, this game's getting out of hand, because right now you're going to have more people coming in betting the over than the under.
Yeah, it's 3 rebounds. I would take it. Just take it for a half unit.
All right, hold on a second.
Yell at you later.
What are you talking about here?
Rob, I mean, 3. He's probably going to get 3 rebounds. Towns is not going to get every rebound this entire game.
Are you serious? Lombardi's going to UNC to be the GM? Come on. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding. That our buddy Dave Ross, my buddy Dave Ross, who I used to work with in TV out in radio in DC, he's been doing the show with him. Lombardi has gone through probably 6 co-hosts since he's been at VSiN. He's impossible to work with. And now Belichick's just going to tell him to shut the fuck up. That's beautiful. All right. What up, Ramon? Good to see you, pal. Good to see you. All right. Offshores have Bridges at 6.5.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. So
do we believe in Pirates?
Yeah, Yellow's real name is Rob, so that's why I said Rob. Sorry.
And I'm going to go ahead and pull that trigger on Rangers. Well, yeah, Rangers puck line. I believe I want 1.5, or I believe -105 is the best number. But give me 1 second. I'll see if I get it better.
Okay, and I'm just saying, if you wanted to get in on that total, Ducks Senators at 6.5. The juice, again, you can find 7.5 minus 175, 6.5 plus 130 at DraftKings.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the best number that I am seeing right now, 6.5 plus 130. So if you wanted to tail Zargo's bet, basically you're just getting better juice. Yep. But you can go to DraftKings and you can get that. Okay. Under 6.5. Now I'll jump in on that. And then you want to get the best puck line for the Rangers game?
Yeah.
When's Ramon? Ramon, are you doing a show again today? Ramon and I do the Up to Lock show on Sunday mornings. Really enjoy it. It's got some great thoughts. Talk about the steam, all the late money coming in. So,
yeah, I mean, the Belichick thing is really designed to set up for his son. I mean, that's part of the whole thing that's set up. It's basically if he has success there with his vast knowledge and experience, and he can get some kids to go there. I think it's going to be kind of a coach him up type school. I don't think they're going to get high end guys, but I think they'll get talented guys, 4-star kids instead of 5. couple 3-stars.
If you're playing for Belichick, though, I think they get some 5-star. I think kids want to play for this guy.
Well, and that's the other thing too. I don't know who said it, but someone pointed out like I don't know if this was a theory or if he said this, that he's going to go in and say like, I'm going to coach, like we're just going to be an NFL factory. Like I am just going to put out NFL players. And so like, I think that type of thing could intrigue.
Everybody says that. I mean, what coach is basically not going in and saying, yes, you can be an NFL guy.
But number one, how many guys go back down to college after being in the NFL? Obviously Harbaugh. But number two, how many guys do it successfully? And also too, man, I mean, I as much as I hate to put Don Shula in the number 2 spot, Bill Belichick's the greatest NFL coach of all time.
Don Shula's number 2?
It helps who we had play quarterback.
Sure. No, I mean, okay, but also stop that right now. Show me a good coach who had a crappy quarterback.
Who doesn't have a good? Correct. It's not going to happen. The way the game is played is just not going to happen.
Brian Billick. Brian Billick.
How successful? Like he's automatically going to be successful. There are plenty of guys. Every one of his offensive coordinators left the Patriots and went down.
Joe Gibbs had shitty quarterbacks. He won a Super Bowl with 3 different guys.
You have Bill O'Brien. You had all those different guys that were
because they're not Bill Belichick.
How many shots does Troy Terry have right now? I'm
not saying he can't be successful, but he's not going to get top end kids. But that doesn't really matter to him. This is really about his biggest thing is when he said in his 400-page manifesto plan that he gave him, when he decides to move on, to retire, that his son will automatically become a coach who's coming with him, who has NFL experience, who's listed as a top coach. So I don't have any issue with that. But this is really about setting up his son. This is less to do about him or any of his legacy or any of that crap. He's literally just trying.
I also don't like that argument because he's not going to take this job just to get his son a job. Like,
I agree with that.
No, because his son had other places that were already asking him to coach, and he was saying he was waiting off because his dad said he would be he had a plan. So this is all part of his whole plan because he wanted full control. This is the only people to give him full control. I just think it's hilarious that you let go of a legendary 73-year-old coach to hire a legendary 72-year-old coach. He did not retire. He never retired. He had an interview Sunday night that said he was looking forward to coming back. The next morning, the athletic director said, we're going in a different direction.
Wow, that is not what I
He retired. He retired strictly because to kind of save face. But literally, there are plenty of reports out there that literally he was at a luncheon on Sunday talking about how he's ready for the season, how he's looking forward to it, some of the top players or recruits. And then the next day, the athletic director said, we're going in a different direction. They allowed him to retire.
You guys continue this. I'm taking my halfway through the show. Water break. Foxy and Zargo got.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't trying to there. I was like, there was no retire because so a buddy of mine, if you ever does all kinds of videos and stuff on YouTube where he runs through and talks about this and he has different comments. His actually shows very good. I definitely check him out if you wanted to. It's Witty College Football, Witty CFP. Definitely should check him out. But he talks about this in full general in an hour. He breaks down the different meetings, all the different stuff that went on. Yeah. And the biggest thing on this is going to be, is UNC going to pay money for recruits? Because this is becoming a joke, what kids are getting. So it was very interesting. I forget. Someone can chat can probably help me out. There was a coach talking about, Texas A&M's coach talking about, which I thought was kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, but saying to different programs because he lost a couple kids on National Signing Day, early signing day, not NSD, ESD. And he was saying, well, how these teams are going to feel when these freshmen are making 3 times as more as the starters at the position and how they're going to deal with that dynamic. He goes, I can't wait to see how some of these teams deal with that, which is hilarious coming from Texas A&M since they basically did the same exact thing and that all fell apart and blew up in their face. But yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know the intricacies of recruiting, so I'm not going to sit here and be an expert, but I got to imagine Bill Belichick in probably the weakest football conference and a new playoff format that gets you a bye for winning your conference. Like, I don't think you need much of a pitch. I think that's a great pitch. I think that's going to drive guys. The money thing, I don't know what that looks like. As far as I'm like, yes, obviously that's going to be a huge aspect, and it is going to play into a lot of kids' decision ultimately over anything, right? Like some kids will go play for Temple if the money's there. So I don't know what that looks like. I mean, obviously UNC, they got some alumni, so I'm sure they can rally the troops if that's what it comes to. But I just think this whole idea of Bill Belichick having to go out on the recruiting trail, like I just don't think that's what it looks like. And number one anymore, period. But certainly not for a guy like him. And I'm gonna go ahead while I got the word in. I'm pulling the trigger. Rangers puck line -1.5, -1.5. Go ahead, Fox.
I love we got the word in. That was good. I apologize.
No, okay.
I would say it's this generation doesn't really know. They don't know. Like, if you ask them who their quarterback is, they're all talking about Patrick Mahomes. They're all talking about Kyler Murray. They're talking about other kids.
No, hey, who the heck? I mean, Lamar Jackson. Who's talking about Kyler Murray?
Lamar Jackson would be another one. Yes.
Okay.
They're not talking Tom Brady. They're not talking Bill Belichick. I'm flat out telling you, I don't think he carries as much weight as you think. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Sure. I watch recruiting a lot. And the different conversations of the talk, and everyone's like, oh, Miami should have recorded more defensive backs. I was like, they thought they were signing 3 kids. One kid went to LSU, one kid went to Florida State, and another kid went somewhere else. I don't know. But they thought they were getting those 3 transfers coming in, and they thought they were getting a couple of freshmen that go through. Didn't actually. Yes, Ramon, we know Wiggins is now ruled out. The line is moved to Golden State +3. It's a different nuance right now than when you have, because these kids are just getting so much.
I understand what you're saying, but I'd imagine any kid who is a top quarterback recruit right now, they're still like, it's not like, I'm saying he's not that far behind. Like, I completely understand what you're saying, because again, I assume most high school kids probably all think Mahomes is better than Brady. But they still, like, I still think he's just not that far removed from his peak.
All right, we're done. We're done for a minute.
Oh, no, it's just getting started, Holden.
No, we have to be done. Thank you, Ramon. I was upstairs getting some water. Andrew Wiggins is out, so I wonder how we want to attack this game here coming up, the second game in the NBA Cup tonight. Is there anything that we can adjust, anything we can find right now? We got, Kuminga double-double from D-Money. What up? Kuminga already kills Houston.
I mean, some of this there. So FanDuel pull all the lines. DK still has some lines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kuminga's at 18 points. That is a hefty number for him. I'm just telling you right now. Yes, he had 33 coming off that. I mean, if you want to take that, I would take that quickly, because FanDuel already pulled the lines. DK has not.
Okay.
Just real quick, in case anyone hasn't placed a bet yet, FanDuel just moved it from -105 to +128. So once again, the time I hit enter, odds jump. So make sure you get that. Like,
what was your bet? Did I miss a bet?
Rangers. No, Rangers puck line. It's still good. Nothing's happened in the game. I don't know why, but they just drastically changed that number. I don't know if I wasn't refreshing my page, but literally press enter.
Anybody have the actual lineup? I know Wiggins is out. I want to know the lineup though, because DK, the number is going down, not up, for Kuminga. And if you want to talk those, you're talking 20, 20 and a half, all that stuff. He's hit it 3 times this year. And the Rockets can play some D, and they will be motivated this game. I expect them to be very, very feisty. I'm actually going to be in a lot of steel.
They lost 15 straight to these guys. At some point in time, it's got to change, right?
5 straight, but yes.
15.
I have it at 5.
You missed putting a 1 in there. I did a YouTube short today because Spread Astaire sent me it. He goes, dude, today's short is going to be the Warriors winning for 16 straight time against the Rockets.
I mean, if you want to take Kuminga right now, I take him for 1/10 of a unit at +1,700 for a double-double. You want to take that. That's about where I would take Kuminga for. Because, again, He doesn't typically get there. Even when he started, he hasn't got over 6 rebounds the entire season. Actually, sorry, he has 2 games at 7. So his 2 recent games were at 7. So 20-7, 33-7 versus Houston when Steph was out. But
yeah,
Steph's
everybody
not
took those down.
It's still up on DK.
Yeah, that's the only place I can find is DK.
Yeah, DK is the only one out there trying to put. I like I said, I put a 1/10 of a unit down. I put $10 down for
a 1/10 of a. All right, I'm not going to bother. Fucking 1/10 of a unit. Come on. That'd be nice. I hope it hits for you though.
It returns 1.7 units. Well, what is the issue with putting
it's 17 units, right? It returns 17 units. Oh, correct. A 1/10 of a unit is 1.7 units. Okay, I got it.
So I put $10 down. I get 170 if it is.
Okay.
If not, it's a $10 bet. Who cares?
Okay.
Move on. Yeah.
Boom. Let's go.
I mean, Kaminka's number now is 26. I think that's
that
ridiculous.
Rangers puck line is down to -10 or +10, I should say. So I'm going to take it. Rangers puck line +110.
We're going to play. We are going to play official play Draymond Green over 5.5 assists.
Okay, where's the best number we can find that? Let me go look.
I've got a +100 on DK.
I will hit up unabated here. Draymond assists. I'm going to give you the best number. Now, Foxy Murray, I've had the best number. So hold, please. Draymond Green, 5.5.
Or go ahead.
Even money at DK. And that's it.
Yep.
And if, yeah.
5.5, yeah. FanDuel, it's +104.
Draymond?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his actual number here? Draymond. Oh, Draymond is 6.5. So there, you can't even get that 5.5 anymore. Are you sure that's where you got the 5.5, Zargo? At FanDuel?
That's what I'm looking at, but I'm looking on my site, not on FanDuel. So
they're moving it right now. This thing is really moving. I'm trying to find everybody a good number. Did you already hit that, Foxy? Did you get in on that number?
I did.
You did. All right, let's
minus,
see.
Yeah, well, -105 now.
Truth be told,
-105 on FanDuel.
I make sure it goes through first before I say it.
Okay. So Draymond, the official play, I'll put it down then. Draymond over 5.5 assists at -104 at FanDuel. I'll go throw that in the chat. And then this is what we do.
Hey, Colgate cut the lead to 6.
Hey, look at that.
24-31
looking good.
With 2 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, they just came out and shit their pants early on. They couldn't handle it.
I mean, yeah, it's Kentucky.
Yeah, it's tough. And now they're like, oh, hold on a second. We're smart. We can do this.
They said the rim's still 10 feet. It's still whatever to the free throw line.
Yeah.
We got this.
Let's go Colgate. All about the Colgate tonight.
So what movie is that from?
Hoosiers.
Did you not know that?
Know that?
It's from Hoosiers, but it's also from Blue Chips.
Blue Chips stole it from Hoosiers?
Blue Chips says it when he's talking to Ricky Novak.
Okay.
And he sits there and says, your rib's still 10 feet, just like the one in Iowa. Da-da-da. It's still safe to the basket. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Hey, welcome in. NBA, NHL live betting show. We're also betting some college basketball tonight. We've talked Bill Belichick. We've talked NFL. We've talked college football as well, and we will continue to do so. And in the chat, dudes have just been throwing in craziness. They're talking about Orlando Blackman. They're talking about Malik Sealy. They're going back to the 80s and 90s NBA and just throwing names in there, and I love it. I cannot.
Onyx, where did you get an over 35 PRA at +500 when his line is 27?
Said he bet it early.
He had to bet it early. Okay.
What about Şengün, 18 rebounds and assists at plus money?
He hasn't been getting the assists lately.
Okay.
I mean, that's we used to bet Şengün for possible triple-double, things of that nature. But you look at his last games for assists, it's been 6, 5, 6, 9, 7, 11, 5, 3, 2, 5, 11, 10. So it hasn't really been consistent with him getting any assist.
We need Brunson to hit a 3 here. He's been pretty quiet offensively tonight.
Yeah. He has the ball right now.
Okay. Towns hit his double-double. That was pretty easy, huh? Trey Young, 3 rebounds. Foxy, we need one more rebound. Hit that plus money bet. We're in it. We're in it. Capella needs one more rebound to hit the rebounds bet. And
Ace is better in the third quarter, by the way.
Hunter needs 6 points in the last, I don't know what, 20 minutes of this game. So we're doing good there. What's the latest in the NBA, my friend, Mr. Zargo? Where are we?
NHL? Yeah. In the NBA, I'm waiting. What does he have?
First intermission in Anaheim, 3-0. I mean, just a period filled with penalties. That's where all those goals come from. Anaheim is on the defense, so Terry still has no shots on goals. I'm not worried about it. What's crazy is despite that, Olmark has 11 saves. And so the play for our subscribers was Olmark over 24.5 saves. So I'm shocked he got out of the period with that many saves. So that's great news for us. Hopefully the Ducks can turn it around the second period. I'm not putting any money on that. But they couldn't have a worse period than they did in the first. And we are about to close out the second period in Buffalo with a 1-0 score. So basically, we're just hoping New York either puts one in the third or gets an empty net to cash our puck line bet there.
Yeah, we've got 10 in-game bets in an hour and 42 minutes on the show, and there's not even that much going on tonight. So hopefully you can feel comfortable volume betting. I would like to talk about Thursday Night Football with you guys just a little bit more. And here's our guy, Ramon. UNLV expect the name Dan Mullen as their next head football coach. Okay.
Well, let's talk about the UNLV. I was surprised that everybody just left. And the coach leaves, the offensive coordinator's leaving. White shouldn't be playing in the bowl game. There's talk of Haji Williams not playing. I don't know. I just thought I was surprised at that mass exodus. You made it to the finals of the Mountain West, and then everybody just bolts.
Happens. What are you going to do? It happens, my friend. All right, let's talk about some Thursday Night Football. If you got any questions about NHL, NBA, college basketball bets, throw them in there. We'll make sure the guys talk about it. The personal bet that I made, Jawan Jennings, I think it was 66.5, maybe. It's up to 69.5 now. Maybe it's 68.5. 68.5 for Jawan Jennings. I know that Nuke is on Kittle, George Kittle, and his number has gone absolutely gonzo. It was 54.5. Well, actually, we're seeing 58.5, but you can still get a 55.5 or 56.5, I should say. So that's only 2 yards off. Zargo, you do the Thursday column. Want to get your thoughts on this game, where you're going. We know Zargo. We know Foxy likes Puka. Kyron Williams is a bet I made. I don't know if I love it or not, but Zargo, how is this game playing out tomorrow night?
Man, I like the LA money line. I don't understand why San Francisco is favored. LA has won their last 2 against the 49ers. The Rams, they're coming off an incredible game against the Bills. And San Francisco they're just terrible. We've talked about it before. This team is dead. They're out of excuses. They lost 3 games in a row, and they're coming off a win against Chicago, which means absolutely nothing. That's a team that's they got tons of issues. So I'm thankful, because I think winning by 25 is why they're favored in this one. But 2 points doesn't move the needle for me. I'm not going to take 2 points. I'd rather just take the money line. I think the Rams are going to, position themselves back in the running to win the NFC West. And I just can't believe that a 500 record, or not even, probably like a 9-7 record, 9-8 record could win this division. It's just crazy. It's crazy that San Francisco is on the bottom, and at 6-7, they're still only 2 games out.
What do you got for us, Foxy? Thursday Night Football. You got any bets that you like?
Brunson got a 3 blocked. Like I said, I haven't looked at it there. I mean, I'm staying probably in the Puka Nakua. I'll be on Jawan Jennings. Probably on Brock Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Probably Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Okay.
Yep.
I'll look into that one. All right, we got a good game. 64-62, New York over Atlanta, 6:55 to play in the third quarter. So we're sweating out Trae Young. We need a rebound from Trae Young. We need Capella with a rebound. We're in a good spot here in this game, Foxy, to get to where we need to be, aren't we?
Yes, right now, correct. But
okay.
We don't count anything until
correct.
Chickens until they have actually hatched. I'm working on a parlay because someone asked me what my same game parlay is because I hit a plus 1,600 last night. So
whoa,
nice.
So
how many units you have on that?
Half.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
It was nice. It really made up for my 0 for 4 in the late game. So
yeah, but didn't you go 4-0 in the early games? I think
I did.
So we pushed in the NBA last night.
It still was a very nice night.
It was a good night. Yeah, seems like it was a good night.
I do not have any issue with that at all. But yeah. But I'm trying to just work this out. And I'm going to key it with Draymond. People are going to laugh at that, but that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Young just hit a 3, so Atlanta has the lead 68-66. This game is kind of bonkers, man. Let's go see that total has got to be low. 218, 217.5.
Spread gave the points, which I did. I didn't think Jalen Johnson was going to play in this game, so I thought we were going to get a better line once the game went off. But Atlanta's been playing well. I've talked about Atlanta the last 3 weeks we've been on here. Sorry.
Oh, cash the tray.
Hey,
plus money. Way to go, guy. Let's go. Let's put it on the board. If you want to play that stupid music, do it right now. Do it right now. If you want stupid music, put it on the board. Plus money. All right. So good. That was a plus 126. We hit Trae Young over 3.5 rebounds. Nice work there. Boys in the chat, I hope you hit up. Yunko hit it. Fathead had Trae over 2.5 2 threes. Think you liked that one. And did Foxy shave his head as a tribute to Keg? Did you see Keg today?
Yes, I saw.
What'd you think?
Again, as a guy who's definitely losing his hair, I look better with the hat and stuff like that. Also, my office, I will tell you, is cold.
Yeah.
How often? I mean, does Keg not wear a hat though?
Well, when he didn't have the hat, when he had the hair, it was a bad scene. I like this. Casey, my future wife, did not like it. She thought it was funny. I think he looks kind of like a badass. Like, what if Keg showed up to your house looking like that? Seriously.
You know why he looks like a badass?
Why?
Because he looks like Walter White.
Oh, that's who it was.
That's all it is.
That's who, and he's got to wear a suit. Could you imagine that guy showing up? You're at your daughter's athlete's banquet, and this dude shows up looking like that in a suit. Like, I'm just not, like, he's a hitman. I'm not fucking with a guy. I'm not messing with him.
Not a hitman, but definitely like New Jersey Mafia or something.
Yeah, something.
He's not carrying out hits. He's ordering people.
That guy killed people.
Yeah,
exactly. At one point in time, somebody died at the hand of that man.
Literally, with his bare hands.
Lead singer of the Cranberries. Oh, Maddie. That's just not nice. That's mean. The good part about it is we can all bust our balls really good. Some people bust balls, though, and you don't know if they're joking or not. And that's always the most uncomfortable thing. Like, they're making fun, but they don't have any sense of humor. So you really don't know if they're busting balls or not.
Or there's nothing worse than the guy that busts balls but can't have his balls busted.
You gotta be able to do that. Yeah. I think it's funny. I really do. I really think it's funny when people do that to me. Let's see here. What do we got? Hunter, we need 18 points. He's got 15. Capella needs one more rebound, and Brunson needs a 3-pointer. Brunson just isn't scoring tonight.
He's driving.
I mean, he's only got 8 points.
Yeah, he's been coming up short. He's front-running a bunch of things.
Well, we're still in it though. We're still in the mix.
Mine is now at 5. Like I said, spread gave out the total on this, so yeah.
Yeah, he liked the under.
I mean, still, yeah. It's.
I mean, you guys are gonna cash that under 232 and a half.
There's nothing I'm seeing that I'm worried about the under right now. So.
And nothing live in this game either. You think you might be targeting?
I be honest with you, I'm still trying to build this parlay.
Okay. He's building the parlay. Zargs, NHL update. Has anything changed since 7 minutes ago when I asked you? Probably not.
No, the second period, though, just getting underway in Ottawa.
Okay. So we do have bets in the 2 NHL games. We got Anaheim, Ottawa under 6.5 goals. We've got in the other game, we got Rangers puck line.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else was pre-flop. Or you did have Sabres first period. That didn't hit. Ducks Sens to both score first period. All right. Big deal.
I was really annoyed too because I had over 1.5 goals in the Ducks game on the sheet, but it was minus 122. And I'm like, that's dumb. No team's going to score 2. Like if we see 2 goals, it's going to be one from each team. They're not with those 3.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Does anybody see Gary Payton anywhere?
Like in the locker room? What are you talking about?
Yeah. In my dreams?
Or Gary Payton. Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't see him. I don't see any Gary Payton. No. I must say it is kind of fascinating.
I got you. What do you want to know? I got props.
UNC.
I want his rebounds.
Total rebounds over 2.5, minus 110 MGM. Best number available.
Cool. I'll grab that in a second. You can get that as a play. If it's minus what you said, minus 110, 2.5.
2.5. Yep.
Yep. I'll take that.
I really do feel like these NBA players actually try in these cup games, and it's such a different brand of basketball.
Well, it's more playoff basketball. It's kind of what it is. So,
don't go that far.
It's not, but the effort level is better.
Yeah,
I think it also shows how disgusting the regular games are.
So I'm going to give out a plus 500 parlay. We'll do this at a half unit. It'll give me 2.5. I'm fine with that. All right. So we're going to take Curry at 20 points. We're going to take Draymond at 6. We're going to
6 assists.
6 points.
6 points. Okay.
I already gave out the 6. I couldn't do that.
I know.
Then we're going to take Sengun at 18 points. Dylan Brooks at 10. Jonathan Kuminga at 18.
Jesus.
And Draymond Green blocks over 0.5.
Wow.
That is plus 500.
That is a personal play, not a sheet play, right? Yeah, we're not. If you want to, I'll put the 6-way parlay in there. We just don't. I mean, it's up to you. You tell me.
Fine. That's my no sweat bet.
That's your fun. Where's the no sweat? Is it DK?
Yep.
All right.
Somebody asked me what I'd have there. If DK had Gary Payton, I would throw there. Kuminga's out.
What?
Kuminga's not out.
Hold on.
Kuminga's is out.
Yeah, we might have to ban him. Kuminga is not out, dude.
And unless he fell over something walking out of the locker room.
Yeah, are you there? Did you see him like impale himself or something?
All right, so I do now have Gary Payton on DraftKings, so I'm going to look at what it is on DraftKings just because I'm there. Well, it's there for assists. He's not there for rebounds.
All right. This is not, and I repeat, this is not a sheet play. Somebody asked for a same game parlay. So we got Steph Curry, 20 plus points. We got Draymond Green, 6 plus points. We got Sengun, 18 plus points. Let me find Sengun here. This is wild. Sengun, 18 plus points.
Why is it wild?
It's just a lot of plays, man. That's all it is. Parlays are nuts. They're wild, man. 6.
Well, Well, anytime you get a no sweat, you should be going for the moon.
I know. I know. Hey, listen, I know that. But this is a wild one. And then green with a block. So, all right. So I'll say it again for you just so everybody knows. Curry, you can write it down or type it. Curry, 20+ points. Green, 6 points. Green block. Şengün, 18+. Brooks, 10+ points. Kuminga, 18+ points at plus 525. Is that it?
Sounds good to me.
What'd you get it at? What's the juice you got it at?
550.
Okay. All right.
My dogs are large and a little bit stupid because I put up the baby gate to stop my daughter from, escaping. It's shorter than them, but they don't think they can get over it. They could literally just push it down. They could jump over it. My dog clears the couch, but he doesn't think he can get over a 3-foot baby gate. So I got to go assist. Be right back.
All right. We'll see you in a minute.
All right. So we are going to take a plus 165 for a half unit. You're going to love this. This will be your favorite play.
All right. So hold on. We got an official play here.
Yes.
Hunter Cash. Thank you, Marvin Hagler. Put it on the board again. Another winner from our guy. Okay. What is our sheet play here?
All right, so we're going plus 165. Draymond Green to make have one in every category. It's on FanDuel only, which means Draymond Green will have a point, a rebound, assist, a block, and a steal tonight.
One
for plus 165, and we're going for a half unit.
Okay, hold on. 1 point, rebound, assist, and what else?
Block and steal.
Block, steal, and that's plus 165.
Correct.
FanDuel special.
No, it's just listed as that category, and FanDuel is under popular. But I've only ever seen it on FanDuel. I've never seen it anywhere. It probably exists elsewhere, but I never find it. All right, now I'm going to dig into what's been happening in the Hawks game.
So Draymond Green, let me go find this thing. So it's under popular.
Colgate's down 2 at the half.
What?
Colgate's down 2 at the half.
Beautiful. I think we're going to cover. I think we're going to cover that game.
Imagine if they won out.
We got Hunter. We got Young. We're still waiting for Capella to figure out where the ball is. Just grab one rebound.
You got to tell me exactly where this bet is that you just made. You got to, because I'm looking up and down popular on FanDuel, and I do not. Player props featured? I don't know. Where is that?
No, popular. So right when you go to popular, you have game lines, then you have method of first basket.
Yep.
Player props featured, then player doubles, then player to score in the first 3 minutes.
And then 1-1-1. Okay, got it. Thanks, buddy.
That's the 1-1-1. Yep.
That's plus 165. Half a unit?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Bridges is not trying to rebound at all. That's the one bet that I'm not liking right now. So, but the under 232, we're looking pretty well in. I mean, we're at halftime now. So we got 153 points. The live total is 210. So we're just going to play. I'm not going to try to middle of this and cost myself a unit. That was the highest scoring quarter, and that was 52 points. And that was Atlanta really just kind of putting it down on them. So Knicks should come back here a little bit here, a little space. We're still waiting for Brunson. Books won't give you Brunson. Now, Trae Young, someone said he cashed 3 threes, but he's only hit 2. So I do like the 3 threes at minus 120 right now.
You want to bet the Trae Young?
I bet it personally. We'll just take that as a.
I won't do it then.
I'm telling the one guy at 2.5, but I really do like.
Hey, I got a question for you here. If you didn't bet the under 232.5, would you bet the over 210.5 in the Hawks Knicks?
Not from what I've seen.
Okay. Very good.
I mean, again, I thought the pace would be slower. We are getting a much slower pace. I mean, there's a couple Trae Youngs, but really, I don't want to tie everything to Trae Young. The books are out there really. The books are out there really teasing you. Like Trae Young at 9.5 assists, most likely probably going to cash, but he only had 1 that quarter. He also has played 29 minutes. So he's going to get a pretty good long rest here coming up. Jalen Johnson at 6.5 is a very, very interesting assist. That's 2 more assists. He has gotten 7 and 8 in most of his games. And there, when he's kind of flirted with that triple double, you're getting plus 144 on that. That's really what I like about that. But
Maddie, if we're not real quick, Maddie, if we're not simulcast, I mean, I threw it on Twitter. If we're not simulcast, if you want to do that, that's fine. I think we got 90 on Twitter right now. So that's good. Let me plug the site, and then I want to get Zargo's thoughts here in just a second. Nukethehouse.com. Look at this. Just go to nukethehouse.com, click subscribe. You want a free week, sign up for any plan. We won't charge you unless you want to at the end of the week. Nuke the Holidays. One word. Nuke the Holidays gets you a free week, 10 cappers, over 30 live hours a week, free Discord. Well, it's not really free because you get in there, but the team's up over 400 units this month. I'm not even kidding. This is absolutely serious. So sign up. We track all our bets. No BS. $59.99 a month. Great gift to give a friend. Zargo, what were you going to say, pal? Or nothing?
Yeah, I don't know. I
thought you had something for us. Anything we're sweating here in hockey? The Rangers, puck line, they're on the power play right now from what I see. And then we got the Ducks and the Senators. The Sens just put up another goal, huh?
Did they?
Yeah, 4-0.
Shoot. I was literally about to say that bet's looking great because we're halfway through the second and, no goal, which is more expected. Granted, we're halfway through. 1 goal isn't going to kill us, but obviously none would have been better. Yeah, my ESPN is lagging, so I'm following the box score for that game.
CBSSports.com, pal. They fly. They fly.
CBSSports.com.
CBSSports.com.
Sports. Oh.
Hey, yeah. Foxy, did I interrupt you? Did you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay, great.
I took the minus 3.5 in the Ottawa game.
Personal play?
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit, and I said, "Isn't that where Gian?" He didn't really like it, so yeah. But I took it personally, so yeah, I was happy with that. That's all it was.
Okay, yep. Very good.
Akongu has got 2. There is an Akongu watch here. He's got a chance. He's at 6 and 8 right now. I used 976 minus 13 for my scores.
Yep.
Ramon, what does that mean?
You tell me.
I have no idea. I mean, are those card numbers, or is that an app? I've never heard of that.
He's fucking with us.
Ramon does that sometimes.
It's probably your phone number without the area code.
Yeah,
or it's something they used back in like the 1800s.
I don't think Ramon would have my phone number, but it's possible.
Oh, yeah, those are great. When you you just have to call to get the scores.
Hey, oh my God, yeah. You call and they give you the scores. Like, I didn't know you're that old where they still had that, Zargo. But real quick, you and me tomorrow. Just you and me tomorrow. Thursday night thoughts. We'll break down.
Spread doesn't want to smoke.
Nah, Spread's got a lot going on in his life right now with work and stuff like that. So he's stepping back a little bit. He's still doing some work for us. I love Spread, and Spread's welcome to do anything, anytime. I think he's going to do an NBA rundown tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, but again, it'll be you and me. Fox, if you're ever free in the afternoon, not working, want to hop on, you could do it. Maddie, you can hop on too. So that's fine.
It's possible. I've just been told I can work from home for the rest of the year.
It's 8675309, Ramon. What did you say, Fox? You can do the show tomorrow?
Most likely, yes.
Cool. Hey, I'll send you an invite. If you can't, no biggie. Warriors lineup is out. Warriors lineup out
for a little while, but I need something from you.
Hold on. Curry, Healed, Peyton, Kuminga, Green, starting for the Warriors. Curry, Healed, Peyton, Kuminga, Green. What did you need from me, dude?
Colgate just took the lead.
Let's fucking go, Colgate. They're going to cover the 31.5. They're going to cover the 38.5. Let's go. All right, what do you got?
My daughter comes in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you have to put her on the air, which, by the way, will probably increase your viewership. And she'll give her NFL plays to mid-game at halftime tomorrow.
How old is she?
26.
Okay, and she wants to come on our live broadcast?
Yeah, sure. She'll come out there.
So tomorrow night, does she want to do it on our Thursday afternoon show or the Thursday night show?
Thursday night show.
Oh, I got to talk to Keg about that. How long does she want? How much airtime?
She's like 5 minutes.
All right, let me talk to Keg.
Isn't she like in production?
Yeah, she's an executive producer for the ABC News. So yeah,
she knows what she's doing.
Now, normally I can just make the call myself, whatever I want, but this is something out of left field. So she's a producer for ABC News, like locally or nationally?
Locally. She does the Myrtle Beach, Conway area.
Oh, she's 26. She's young, just getting into the business still. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, she's not. She's an executive producer already. So, I mean, she's had 3 promotions. So, yeah.
That's good.
The next thing is, what's that, director of media or whatever for the station. So, yeah.
What's the actual line on Colgate now, guys? Like, where are we on Colgate?
Oh, my gosh, can't even imagine.
What's their money line?
You're trying to see whether you want to get back in on the other side. I
want to see if I can bet the money line for Colgate at this point. It'd be amazing.
No, they're not going to win this game.
No, they're not going to win this game. But I already got a winner at plus 38.5. I don't mind throwing a quarter unit down on Colgate if we get a monster number on them. What was that number coming in?
31.
No. The money line. What was the money line number?
Oh,
the pre-flop money line number?
Yeah.
It would be grayed out. It would be too big.
I got you.
They would never allow you to.
Right now, they're plus 875. And they're down by a point.
FanDuel does not have a money line on them at all. The Cats are at minus 13.5, though.
They're plus 1050. They're 10-1 to win this game.
All right. Who hit the 3?
They just took the lead. Colgate.
Oh, Josh Hart.
No, it's not Brunson. Brunson's just been invisible, man, in the second half. This is rough.
What he's doing.
Small market media is a tough grind, Marvin. My first job out of college. You want to talk about small market? Liberal Kansas. Population 12,000, 6,000 illegal immigrants. I'm not making a joke. I'm serious. So there's 18,000 people. Probably about 10,000 spoke English, ran a radio station out there. And on one side, we had the city dump. And on the other side, we had a meat packing plant. So imagine the smell. It's basically someone taking a shit with burning hair sitting next to you the whole time. And I worked with a little person, a midget, and he had a fake glass eye, and he used to scare the shit out of me by putting it in my seat. Sometimes it's the wildest thing I've ever done. Everybody's got crazy work stories, but you go beat my crazy work stories. It was nuts, dude. Closest town with an airport was Wichita, like a real airport, 3.5 hours away. What was I doing? When you're young, you just do stupid shit. You don't notice it.
Yeah, you do.
Okongwu has 10 rebounds. All right. Liberal BJs, voice of the Liberal BJs, 1997, Ramon Scott. How did you know the Liberal BJs? The voice of the Liberal BJs. Oh, that was some rough stuff too. Hayes, Kansas, where the warning track was made out of cow manure when it was 95 degrees with 90% humidity in the summer. Brutal.
Okongwu scores. I think he's got 8. He got the offensive rebound on the 3rd offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Somebody let it. Oh no, Congo got his double. He got his plus 500. Good call, Onyx. I will lead through. That was a
way to go, Onyx. Way to go, Onyx.
That was good. Now your PRA for Risache is only 37 off. So
why is Capella breaking our hearts right now?
I don't know why. He's not getting any rebounds. He's not. He was not even in the game right now, to be honest with you. He's at 19 minutes, so they're just waiting to the end here. The Knicks did make a little bit of a run here. But unfortunately, they also got to play defense on the other end. So we'll see how this goes down the stretch. It'll be kind of interesting here.
Dude, what did Onyx hit? A 5-1, 8-1?
I think a 5-1, right?
Good job, Onyx. I love it when guys win on this show.
I didn't think he was going to get the minutes. I didn't think he was going to get 20 minutes. I thought he was going to get 15 minutes, and we were going to go to more Capella. But So far, it has not been the case.
Congo
So we'll
getting
just
the
have to
minutes.
wait and see.
And Capella's just driving me nuts. Hunter cashed. Trae Young cashed. We're waiting on Brunson. We're waiting on Capella. Capella's going to get run, right? Capella will be back in?
He should be, yes.
Okay. 11 minutes left. Rangers leading the Sabres 1-0. We're on the Rangers puck line. We'll see if they can get an empty netter or one before the end. We are on under 6.5. Ottawa, Anaheim. Just 4 minutes to play in the second period. So we're looking pretty good. We got that at plus money too on the 6.5. So we're in the mix here in the NHL, aren't we? Though?
Terry's got one shot on net, but better than that, Olmark already has 20 saves. So we just need 4 more saves from him, maybe 5. Yeah, 5 saves. Because over 24.5 to cash that prop too. So that's also looking very promising.
Okay.
Yeah, we're sweating nice 26 points of value.
And the nice thing too about this 4-0 lead is we shouldn't have any stupid goals in the third period. Anaheim shouldn't pull their goalie, so we shouldn't have any, stupid goals on either side. So I'm liking how this one's shaping up.
I must say, we're not throwing the towel in, but what a shitty beat it would be to not get the Capella home after he had 8 rebounds. Almost like early in the third quarter, and then we had Brunson 2 threes halfway through the first half, and he hasn't done anything. So it's rough.
Yeah.
Man. Oh my God, Marvin Hagler, black guy from the West Coast, working as a TV reporter, Ardmore, Oklahoma, with an active Klan chapter in the town. Nice. Marvin. That's impressive. That's impressive. Did you ever make it to Guyman, Oklahoma? Because that is that's a suburb of hell, man. But Ardmore, Oklahoma, yeah, that doesn't sound great. But that's not too far from Dallas. At least you could drive to Dallas and Oklahoma City. But yeah, a black guy with an active KKK chapter. I will say this. My best friend in Liberal, one of my best friends was a guy named Les Waldron. He was a pitcher for the Liberal Blue Jays, black guy. Me and him are hanging out, of course, at the hell was it called in Nevada, Missouri? Bushwhacker Days. So in Nevada, Missouri, on the border with Kansas, they celebrate Bushwhacker Days. What is Bushwhacker Days? When the Confederates went over and killed a whole bunch of Union soldiers and citizens in Lawrence, Kansas, which was the Union side. So they celebrated that. They had open KKK people there. Hell's Angels were hanging out. I felt very uncomfortable, but I wasn't going to leave the guy by himself. I mean, it didn't work. So we went in, we watched, I think the Bulls, one of the NBA finals games. We went into a bar, we sat in the corner, and then that was it. We left very quickly. So Marvin, I get it. You made 20K a year. I made 17.5 my first year. It was awful. But I was happy. I was miserable, actually. I wasn't happy. No women. It was awful. I don't know how I made it, to be perfectly honest with you. Anyways, now we're doing a live show here. Partial owner of the co-owner of the Nuke the House live sports betting. So give us a like. We'd appreciate that. Follow us on YouTube if you haven't already. That'd be wonderful. And turn on your notifications. So subscribe, turn on the notifications. Our next show will be tomorrow, Thursday Night Thoughts, 4:00 Eastern time. Zargo's hopping on. Hopefully Foxy will hop on. If he doesn't, he doesn't. That's all right. Fox is a man in demand. And then we will be live free Thursday Night Football. Rams at the Niners, which I think could be a cornucopia of goodness for our bets. Purdy looked a lot better last week. I like that game. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
The Rams can't stop the cold.
We got to get Capella in there. I mean, we're down to 6.5 minutes. Brunson needs to get his shit together. Come on, Brunson.
He can't make a basket right now. Atlanta can't make one either, but
yeah. What's this total down to? By the way, Colgate down 11 or not? Yeah, 11 now. So
yeah, I mean, because Kentucky was always coming.
That was short lived. Well, I did not bet the money line. I wanted like 20-1. I did not bet the money line. This total is down to 208.5, guys. You guys got a 232.5.
It's surprising because they're hitting threes too. So it's getting there. Hart's got 18 points.
We need Brunson hit a damn 3. Down to 207.5 with this total.
Yeah, it's gotta be interesting.
Ooh, we got a fight in Buffalo.
Ooh, let's go. Big fight.
Oh, a good one. Yeah,
Good
real
fight?
one.
Give me a little play-by-play, man. Anybody getting knocked out?
Up against the glass, couple punches. Oh, he's down on the ground. Who was it? Not you.
Did they stop the fight?
I mean, yeah, he was on top of me. I mean, he
Okay. Rangers power
Well, I
play.
can't even tell who it was.
Rangers power play. Let's get that next goal.
Here we go. Here's a replay.
Bogey with a tremendous block.
Oh, Trocheck. He didn't like the way. Oh. Yeah, man. Got some licks in.
Jimmy Butler's agent. All this is fabricated. Jimmy does not want to trade. That's it. So, I don't know what to say.
Big 3 by Daniels. Capella is back in.
Yep. It'd be nice if Brunson had a 3. Come on, Brunson.
Yep.
Let's get going here.
Pick out the Bridges. Rebound, of course, Josh Hart. Nope. Daniels gets the rebound.
You know who's there? Shedeur Sanders is at the game tonight, and he got a standing ovation. Is that because he's going to be the Giants? He's going to go to the Raiders, isn't he? I mean, why is Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah,
why
let me
is Shedeur Sanders getting a standing ovation at the Knicks game?
Which game?
The Knicks game.
Yeah, because the Giants should be a top pick, but Sanders doesn't. I mean, he's trying to sit there and say the places he will play would be the Giants in Vegas.
Oh, the Raiders
versus Vegas.
Yeah, the Raiders are probably going to have the number 1 pick, aren't they?
It seems that way, especially with Carolina winning a football game.
That's wild that Carolina is starting to play better football, but the Raiders are 2-11. Now we got a whole bunch of 3-10 teams. We got Titans, Jaguars, Browns. What do we hit?
Capella, 10th rebound.
Thank you.
Boom.
Put it on the board.
Give me that cowbell. Ring that bell. Let's go.
Now we cash Capella. Yeah. Can we please get Brunson to shoot a 3 and hit it? Oh, it's driving me nuts. This is just going to be a horrible beat.
It's 101-89. Time of death.
Onyx is hoping for that Hart triple double.
Oh, what a pass
by
Trae Young. And Trae Young got his 10 assists. I told you they were just teasing us.
Did you see this? Did you see this? Fox, Chris Schultz, my 18-1 has Curry and Draymond 5+ assists and Warriors is +8.5. Do I hedge? Chris.
What's he have?
No sweat bet. Curry and Draymond 5+ assists, Warriors +8.5. Why would you hedge that? I don't get that.
Well, because Curry hasn't really been getting the assists. If you've been looking at the past games from Curry, like I used to bet, Curry used to be like a auto play. Hey, 6 assists, we're playing 6 assists. It's just going to play, no issue whatsoever. But when he kind of had that time off and back in Minnesota, he had 8, then he had 4, then he had 11, then he had 4, then he had 7, then he had 5, 7, 8, 6. So, I mean, I actually think Curry's going to do more assists tonight because, again, I hate to keep saying it, but I think the effort level is going to be better on both teams. I really do. I think they're locked in more defensively. You're going to probably have more back screen with Wiggins not being out there. My only worry on that is that I would prefer that to be 5 than 5.5, but I don't know how you really think. I think the number is 6.5 right now. The number I would be more scared of is Curry than Draymond. I think Draymond most likely gets really, really closely. I think this is kind of, as long as he gets the minutes, more of a playoff Draymond, and I see more of an 8-8 game from Draymond than his 6 right now that he's getting. So, yeah.
Zargo, what are you cheering about, buddy?
Excuse me. I thought Terry had another shot on goal, but he passed it right before he took a shot.
What's he got? 1?
Yeah, so he's still sitting at 1. Anaheim's on a 5-on-3 right now, though, and I'm trying to see if he's staying on the ice. A fun fact for, anyone, but certainly people who don't know hockey that well. How long do you think a shift is in hockey? Like, how long do you think a skater is on the ice for before returning to the bench?
70, 75 seconds?
40.
Yep.
How did I not know that, given that I covered NHL teams?
Ooh.
Yeah, it unless you're a defenseman, it's generally 40 seconds. Defensemen sometimes are sticking out there a little bit longer. But for your top line, your center and your two wings,
disappointed in myself. Very disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
Trey Young. It's all right. I disappoint myself all the time. Trey Young doing it again to the Knicks. So he's got 22, 5, and 10. That's amazing.
He got the 10 assists that I'd said they were just teasing you with. Yep. I mean, Jalen Johnson's had a great game, especially when he was questionable to play. 21-16, started off kind of slow and really has kind of picked it up. If you look at from the Knicks side, Josh Hart is your leading scorer. Brunson's got 12. He's 2 of 6 from 3. We need to take another one here. Bridges is still under his 17.5. He's got 15. Towns is doing all he can, but as normal Towns, he has 5 fouls. So that's the issue with Towns. He always gets in it. Personal play, if anybody wants to take it, I'm going to take Gary Payton and Kuminga over 1 steal. There, I'm going to take Gary Payton and Tari Eason as well. Those are just little small parlays that I'm doing myself.
Okay. Payton, Kuminga.
I think there are a ton of steals in this Warriors game. I really do. I think
what numbers are you getting those out? Again, not official plays. What number are you getting those personal plays at?
I'm parlaying them together. So I'm getting like close to a -105 and a 131.
Okay. Okie dokie.
They're just personal.
Just a personal question for you guys. Would you eat a piranha if you were really hungry?
No.
I mean, if I knew it was like safe,
I don't like fish.
Eat piranhas.
You don't like fish?
I don't really like fish. I grew up in Florida, but I would always be given fish, but I am not a big fish person.
Wow.
I do not like the taste. There's only some things. Like I like cobia. I like mahi-mahi. Rockfish is pretty good because most of those fish taste like chicken.
I like a good white fish, a flaky white fish.
A stuff that's very slimy and like it's got to be grilled and it's got to be like have a nice texture.
I won't eat fish.
Cobia is the one fish that I really, really like.
I won't eat fish in Denver because we're landlocked unless it's flown in same day. So I get some mahi at a couple places. I don't like trout. I don't like river fish. Where are you standing on being a pescatarian here, Zargo? What's the fish take?
I love sushi. Fish, I enjoy fish, but I'm very particular about where I eat it. For example, our employee dining room in West Memphis, Arkansas, often serves fish. I'm not touching it. If I'm at a nice, coastal seafood restaurant, absolutely bring it on. And I would love the opportunity to try piranha. If I knew it was properly prepared, sounds great.
All I do is eat. When I go out to the coast, that's all I eat. Fish, oysters, shellfish, anything I can get. I just want it fresh. I just want it fresh. Man, the Knicks have sucked in the second half, by the way. This is what a joke of an effort. Ugh.
Well, Capella and Okongwu are right now just killing him. And I mean, if you look at this game was won on the glass by Atlanta.
Can we backdoor this Brunson or no?
He can if they stop going for 2-point shots. I don't know what they're doing.
Ooh,
I
don't know.
Rangers. The Rangers are up 2-0.
I was going to say, I don't know when that happened, but they're up 2-0.
Let's go. Rangers up 2-0. Our puck line is in play.
Got 17. Brunson's got 14. The last 2 plays that the Knicks have tried to do are 2 dunks. And Atlanta's just let him, okay, you want to go to the rim? Dunk it. All right, we give it to Brunson.
Oh,
Brunson passes it over to Bridges. Bridges takes another layup. Well, he could at least cash his 17.5 if you took that.
Well, it's a 7-point
the game's over. But you're not even trying to win. You're not trying to foul. So you just allowed them to go in, and they actually blew it. But then Capella gets the rebound, then he missed it, and he's fouled.
A shitty beat with Bridges tonight, with the Brunson.
I mean, But typically at that point, I'm a big fan of going for the 2. But when you're down 9 points, you've got to hit a 3. You just got it. That's your only way you're coming back. You don't have enough time. Now, you did foul a terrible shooter with Clint Capella, who I'm sure Quinn Snyder is going to pull up right after this. Can the Hawks beat the Bucks? Yeah. They've got more consistent scoring. Giannis is going to get 30, but if they can get 2 guys to get 20, which is essentially what they got tonight, their bench is going to beat most teams. By the way, Hunter ended up 24. He's the leading scorer for the night.
Yeah, Shedeur Sanders is at the game tonight with the Knicks and the Hawks. So the Raiders are 2-11. Right now they have the number 1 pick, but the Giants are 2-11 also. It's entirely possible. I mean, one of these 2 teams. Then again, there's like 7 teams with 3 wins. There's a lot of shitty teams out there, but the Giants are either going to get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. And if they don't, that means they've won too many games, and that just screws the organization. Like, but Dable's gone anyways, right? Dable's gone.
I like Cam Ward, but I don't want Cam Ward on my NFL team.
No, you want Shedeur Sanders.
I don't want either.
You don't want Shedeur Sanders.
Shedeur is probably the one I would be more comfortable with. But my issue is Cam Ward is a lot like Caleb Williams. That means it's not bad in one way, but in one way it is. And that means he holds on the ball too long. He kind of waits for guys to get open. Most of his big plays come when he gets around out of the pocket versus staying in the pocket and making the throw. Shedeur is a lot similar to the same way too. There's not a lot of throws that he hits his back foot and the ball is gone. So both guys are going to have sack problems just like Caleb Williams does. I do like Kyle McCord as just a passer, but I think he still has some ability. He's going to need some time to grow, but he could be a good sleeper pick, especially in a class where you have guys that should even be in there. You have the LSU kid who I forget his name right now. It's driving me nuts. Is listed as a first-round pick, and he shouldn't be.
Hey, Foxy, I know we got a quick question for you here. I want to get that out since it's time sensitive. Sean, what was the props you're on for the next game? And for what I got right now, you got Draymond over 5.5 assists. You get the FanDuel special with Draymond to have a point, rebound, assist, block, steal at plus 165. What else do you have in the next game, or is that it for now? Official.
I had Green with that. Green with the assists. Gary Payton, the rebounds. We got 2.5. It's 3.5 now. I like it. I actually took Gary Payton up to 5.
You would take the 3.5 if you haven't bet it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buffalo scored.
And that's it. They run it out. There was 108 points scored. Newsmeyer. Thanks, Kevin. I'm not a big Newsmeyer guy. I don't think he's anything special at all. I think there's a dime a dozen of that kid. I also think he throws the ball way too much to the other team.
Dude, it's 3.5 minus 35 for Peyton now. That's
the Raiders want Sanders. That's 100%. They want Sanders. Sanders has liked every post at the Raiders. Every time they lose, he likes their post of the actual final score. When they've done different things, he wants to go to Vegas. He does not want to go to New York. He does not really want to play in the cold, but he will. That is one of the teams that his dad did pick out that he will allow him to play for. I do love that. So yeah, the Atlanta wins, so spread gets his beat right there. I'm trying to see what Gary Payton's. That's not enough. Should be a lot higher than that. So that's what I like. I don't like a lot of the Rocket stuff because it's a little bit tough to get on it. If you want to take Sagoon to 20 points, it's actually 21.5. You'd want to take Jalen Green. Jalen Green has struggled for the most part against the Rockets, and I think that's one of the places where Gary Payton is actually playing in this game. Jabari Smith has just been kind of a role player right here. Fred VanVleet's so up and down, and he's not a guy. I've been looking more at their bench. the problem with the bench is you've got three guys you like. I like Amon Thompson. I like Cam Whitmore, who looks like he will go tonight, which was kind of a shocker. Most people thought he'd be out. And I like Tari Eason. Tari Eason is probably going to have 2 or 3 steals tonight. It's just a question of whether his shot can actually go on, because his shot is so hot or cold. I kind of like Amon to get over 11.5, and I'm going to see if I can kind of wait and get that at 10.
Let's get a quick NHL update from Zargo, and then we'll get back to you. Zargs, what's going on in the 2 NHL games right now? We're on the Rangers puck line, and then we need under 6.5 in the Anaheim game.
Yeah, that's correct. We got 3 minutes left in this Buffalo game, so Buffalo has possession, so they should be pulling their goalie here shortly, which will hopefully allow us to catch that puck line. Anaheim, they just closed out the second period, 4-0. Oh no, they're in the intermission. Excuse me. We're almost through this second intermission, about to start the third period. 4-0. So just need 2 goals or less in this period. I like our odds of that. So looking good as long as we can get an empty netter in Buffalo.
All right, let's try getting that. Fox, was the Peyton an official play?
Yes.
All right, I got to throw it up there in the chat. Then it's 3.5 minus 135 now.
It was 2.5 when it was an official.
When did you even say? I don't even remember you saying it. Did I go upstairs when you said it?
The one who told me it was MGM. You said, "Hey, it's at 2.5. It's on MGM at minus 120." I asked you to repeat it twice. You did, and I said that yes, that's a play. As soon as I finished this,
we might have to not put it in the chat then. That's the one we'll miss tonight. Son of a bitch.
I'll take the 3.5. I'm fine with 3.5. I bet him all the way up to 6.
All right.
With Moses Moody out and Wiggins out, he should see more run. He has a chance to be dynamic. Yep.
So 3.5 rebounds to the over. And you took him up to 6 rebounds. All right.
Correct.
Bet is in. Bet is in. Okay.
Yeah, we got Kentucky up 18.
How much time?
5 minutes.
All right. So we're gonna go cash the 31.5 and the 38.5, which is good. I like that. And then what else you guys want to do? We got about 30 minutes left in the show. We could do some more trivia. What do you want to do, guys? Zargo, what are you thinking?
What was that? I would say I'd love to do some trivia. I'm always
all
a
right.
fan.
Let's do NFL trivia. That's more fun for me. I mean, if we had 1990s NBA trivia, that'd be good. But I mean, half of our audience wouldn't know what the hell we were doing. Can you name NFL? Huh?
Most of our audience seems very old based on the chat.
You think so? All right. Well,
Yeah,
we're
I was
going to
say
because Jamar Chase helped me out cashing the big numbers, the 150 and the 175, 175 yards last night. We're going to do most receiving yards in an NFL game quiz. There's 33 here. Calvin Johnson and Jamar Chase have to be on there.
And Tyreek
Hill, Chase.
And Flipper Anderson, who's actually.
Oh, yeah. My favorite. I love Flipper Anderson. Okay.
Moss.
Randy Moss. You think Moss did it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He hasn't started the clock. We're already naming like 30 guys.
He did not. We just did it. We just started. Randy Moss is not on this list for the single game record. What about Jerry Rice? Rice has to be on here.
Oh, yeah.
Rice.
Calvin Johnson.
Yep. That's the first one I said. Calvin Johnson. Oh, there's some old guys in here too from like the 50s. Who?
Terrell Owens.
Owens? Yes. What about a tight end like Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah.
No.
Ocho Cinco.
But I've come to
no, not Ocho Cinco. Taylor. No. Yeah, John Taylor did it. I got it right. John Taylor, who was the number 2 with the 49ers. Him and Rice were just remarkable. Who was the big guy with Jacksonville? He played with Brunell. What the fuck was his name?
That was Allen Robinson.
No, not that long ago. No, not that recently. I'm talking like 25 years ago. Like he was the number one for Brunel, and I can't remember who the hell he was. And it's driving me nuts. All right, so we need to keep going here. Let's see. One of the Smurfs did it, like Art Monk. No, Art Monk didn't do it. Rangers empty netter. Did we cash the Rangers?
Oh, bam! There it is. He's a little bit ahead of me. Yep.
All right, let's go.
Wow,
let's
like
go. We'll put that up there in a second. We're trying to get the.
How about Tyreek Hill?
We already did Tyreek. This is tough, man.
Well, I don't think.
Mark Clayton.
Oh, who was that? Josh Gordon. Do you think Josh Gordon? Josh Gordon did it. I got it. Woo!
Golly, that was like across the ice. Mark Clayton or Mark Duper?
Clayton and Duper. No Clayton. No Duper.
I like Larry Fitz and
how about Fitzgerald? Reggie Wayne? No. Fitzgerald?
That's a good guess.
Harrison? Marvin Harrison?
Fitzgerald. Marvin Harrison?
That's a good one. Marshall Falk?
None of these guys.
Falk's got to be up there.
Marshall Falk? They're running back, dude. He's not getting there.
It's got to be some running back on the list, though.
Isaac Bruce?
Oh, there's a good one. What about Hines Ward?
Oh, Hines Ward is a good one. Reggie Wayne?
Yeah, I put Wayne in there, but I didn't see him.
Okay. Antonio Brown. Oh, yeah.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, nice with Antonio Brown. Irvin.
Good job, Ely.
No Irvin. Antonio Brown. That was surprising.
Beckham's not a bad answer. He probably had one big game in the Giants.
That's all you got to do is have one, right? Beckham, not there.
What
about Largent? Steve Largent? Is he there? Yeah, Steve Largent. Woo! 261.
Who was Elway throwing to?
Elway's throwing to
Rod Smith.
The brothers.
Rod Smith. Hey, nice one. Because Rod Smith. Oh, Jimmy Smith. That was the guy I was looking for. I typed in Smith. It was Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith Jackson, 2000.
Chris Carter. Chris Carter's a good one for the Vikings. You're talking about Ricky Nikhil. Yeah, Ricky Nikhil. Who is the three amigos? Ricky Nikhil.
Natil. It was Ricky Natil. And who was his number one? I mean, McCaffrey, but he didn't get it.
What about the dude in Buffalo?
Oh, like in the
Andre Reed. Thank you.
Julio
Jones.
Julio's a great one too.
Oh,
We got to put Jones in there. Yep, Julio did it twice. Huh?
Michael Thomas. He had a 170-yard game.
No, didn't make it.
What?
Didn't make it. Amari Cooper did it. Good job last year, 2023. Amari Cooper.
Oh,
I just don't know the really old wide receivers. I don't remember who they are.
Kelsey's worth a guess.
No.
Buffalo scored with 37 seconds left.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
What a bad beat that is, too.
We'll see. I wonder who
Andre Johnson, great one. All right, we're out of time. Here's the guys we didn't get. Stephon Page, Kansas City Chiefs in the 80s. Jim Benton with Cleveland. Detroit's Cloyce Box, 1950. 1961, Charlie Hennigan. Del Schaffner in 1962. Lee Evans. Oh, Lee Evans with Buffalo in 06. Wes Chandler, San Diego. He was part of Eric Coryell. Kadri Ismail, 1999. Billy Houghton, Sonny Randall, Jerry Butler, Anthony Allen. Plexico Burris. Shot himself in the foot, in the foot or in the leg in New York and went to jail for it. Plexico, Brian Hartline, and Miles Austin. A good quiz.
You said Brian Hartline?
Yeah.
How many yards did he have?
I don't know. I just got out of it.
Wow.
All right. So the Colgate YMCA team is cut this down to 14.
Yeah.
With 2 minutes to go.
So we got totally screwed on the Rangers puck line because those sons of bitches scored in the last second.
Yep.
Brutal.
Wow. Hartline caught 253 yards in a game against the Cardinals in 2012. Was Cutler throwing to him that year?
All right.
Bridges didn't hit the rebounds.
It took the 13.5. You're a little worried here. It's 14 points. Colgate's got it. Another layup. So this second unit here of Kentucky is really not holding the thing. It's a 12-point game.
Beautiful.
I will tell you, I haven't seen Kentucky play all year, so I'm really hoping this is their second unit. If not, they're not beating anybody.
They should not have their second unit in there.
No, it's Tannehill.
12-point game.
Yeah, they should not have their second unit in there right now.
No, it's out on Colgate. So we get another chance here. The non-John Calipari.
All right, so I'm feeling confident that we're going to cash the 31, the plus 31, and the plus 38.5. I'm just going out on a limb here.
It's 2 minutes to go. We're up by it's a 12-point game.
90 seconds, 12-point game. Yeah, we're good.
Nice.
We're sitting good in the hood on that one. I'm excited. Excited to get that one home.
31,
Yep.
38.5. Boom, boom, pull 5. There we go.
Page, technical hero.
All right, so we lost Bridges. We lost Brunson. We hit Hunter. We hit Capella. We hit Young. We hit the under 232. We hit Colgate. And now we're moving on to this. And then we hit some hockey stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
Rangers win 3-2. Sturgeon gets another win.
All right, we'll see if we can pick it up here in the later slate. But we did get Capella home. I mean,
all right. Well, you got 10 o'clock, so you got to put it in there because I already told you. Cal Baptist plus 15. That's the play.
Cal Baptist plus 15. I'm actually going to type this in right now.
Oh, you're going with it? I'm gonna, out of solidarity, I'm gonna lay off this one for you, Holden.
I took this at 10:30.
How do you spell what's the juice and what do we got here? How do you spell Baptist?
Baptist.
You want to spell Baptist?
Baptist. Yeah. I did spell it right. What's the juice?
I mean, we didn't ask for the juice was minus 110. It's all
right. It's in.
Play.
It's Fox play. And where's this at? Anywhere. FanDuel.
Yeah, you can get it wherever.
Yeah, you can get it. All right. Cal Baptist is in, everybody. If you want to, that's it. We send our plays right to your phone if you're not with us. So you don't have to watch these shows. If you're just got like 20 minutes to watch it, you sign up at nukethehouse.com. All you got to do is if your phone up, there it goes. Notifications on. I see Cal Baptist plus 15, minus 110 FanDuel. I do the bet. I make the bet, and then we're in. So make sure you go to nukethehouse.com, subscribe in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to stay on for another 15 minutes or so. Upper right-hand corner, subscribe, and use the code NUKETHEHOLIDAYS. Nuke the Holidays for one free week or sign up for a month at $59.99. Okay, we're good. I'll be right back in a second. Talk amongst you.
All right, Terry, shoot the puck. You only got one shot on net right now. You're down by 4 goals. Get your ice time. Shoot the puck. Let's go.
That's great. I can't believe Anaheim's managed 27 shots on goal.
Yeah.
With how the first period went, I thought that was going to be their struggle, would be getting shots on net, but they're getting it. So it's going to be that much more depressing if Terry doesn't get there for us. Who's getting the shots?
Drake's got 5 for Ottawa. Brett Leeson,
Fowler,
5 for
Leeson, Zellweger. He was on my radar too. Zellweger. Yep. Trouba doesn't have any either.
Yeah, he's not missing ice time or anything like that. I mean, he's got 14 minutes right now in the third, so he'll end up about 17, 18 minutes. Just gotta shoot the puck. Yeah, shoot the puck, kid. You're down 4 goals.
Oh my gosh, stop passing it.
Good things happen.
Fowler, another shot on goal. Give it to Terry.
Yeah. We got South Dakota State getting ready to kick off here too. Total's 142. I like the over on this. I just can't pull it because I only see 1 point of value. Fox has my hockey team. It's doing great since I kicked your uncle's ass 10-0 last week. 10-0. You know how you get out of the basement? You beat someone 10-0 like they stole something. So for those who don't know, fantasy hockey has every category as an individual win or loss. So if you win all your categories, then it's a 10-0 week is the best you can do. So, but most of the time you go like 6-3 or 3-5. You really don't normally get beat 10-0 or 0-10. So, yeah. So I moved into what I think third place. So coming off, we do have to say the defending champs, the commish. So if anyone's always interested, I do fantasy. I run leagues for hockey, basketball, football, baseball, all of them. If you're interested, hit me in the DM in Discord. It's always a $50 buy-in.
Look at Foxy. Foxy's selling. Upselling.
After not paying attention to a baseball fantasy league with Fox for nearly a whole season, I nearly climbed out of the basement, but I went on a string of ties. It was brutal. I was 6 straight times.
Where you are. We were looking at there. We were like offering somebody else if they want to run your team for a while because we were like, he hasn't made a move in 2 months.
Yeah.
Hey guys, real quick, we got breaking news here. Tommy Z, where can they find the pod? Last episode of That's Deep has been recorded for the 2024 season. This is the last one for the fighting. I mean, we're just about done, but it's been recorded. He's going to sweat the next few weeks with us on Wednesday night. But again, great podcast. That's Deep. So we'll post it. I'm sure it'll be posted tomorrow. They got a really good following for that one. Head over to nukethehouse.com and it'll be on our YouTube channel here at Nuke the House. So if you subscribe to our Nuke the House YouTube channel, do that. Turn on your notifications. Boom, you'll get it. That's Deep. Tommy Z, good to see you in chat here. And Johnny is out there too. So sorry to bust into your fantasy stuff, but I created a league when I was at Sirius, or it was XM at the time, in 2006. This was the last year I'm playing in it. 18 years, I'm done. Can't do season-long fantasy anymore. I don't have time.
All right, so let me go. I started playing fantasy in about 1998. The first league I was ever in was done on a spreadsheet. There was no automated scoring. You had to go look at box scores on Monday morning in the paper and add it. Fox is not always in the championship. D's always in. I do lose, so feel free. There's enough people that play. I'm getting my ass kicked in football. I'll have 2 years in a row in football I didn't make the playoffs. So definitely it is up. I will be full disclosure. I did win. I cycled the first year, the 23-24 year. So I won baseball, hockey, football. Well, not football. Baseball, hockey, and basketball 3 times, and then was runner-up in football. So,
oh shit, who's down?
Good stuff. Good talk.
But anyway, what I was saying. So I have experienced different things. I had a draft where I yelled at a team member for not making a pick and being on auto pick one year, and then found out during the draft that he passed away. I felt so horrible.
That's perfect. So hold on. Let's go back real quick. You're doing a draft. You're pissed off the guy isn't there. What did he die from? What did he die from?
This was a 36-year-old a friend of mine.
Heart attack?
36 and died from a heart issue.
Oh, God. Yeah, you hold on a second. D Money was with you on that.
Yeah, D news on that draft. I was completely numb the entire draft. I was like, I don't even know how to go on. I mean,
you kept drafting? You didn't stop the draft?
The draft must go on.
Fox. First you kill the guy, then you make fun of him. And then you keep going with the draft. What are we doing, Fox? Come on, man. Now, honestly, that had to be brutal. In all seriousness, that's just awful.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I'm a commissioner in all these. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's there. I'm also thinking in commissioner. What am I doing with the team? What do we do with his draft? I mean, there was a lot of things going through my head. And it was just terrible because I talked to him the Sunday before, the Saturday, Sunday. So the draft was on a Tuesday night. And we just talked nothing but draft on Saturday and Sunday. And so I didn't think anything there was an issue. Then Tuesday, during the draft, I was like, hey, where's Anthony? Called his wife, and it's like, he passed away. And I went, you're kidding me, right? And she's like, no. And I was like, he had an issue.
Wow, you asked the widow if she was joking.
You have to at that point. I just talked to him 2 days ago. So yeah, it was just, it's like, Fox. That
I can't believe you asked her if, I mean, Fox, I don't even know what to say to you, man.
Yes.
You asked the widow, are you kidding? Were you laughing?
No, I wasn't laughing. I was just trying to, are you being serious? I can't believe I just talked to him 2 days ago.
Ramon says you took the team over and called it the Dead Ringers. Is that true?
No, he did not. But we did give the team to somebody and just said, hey, you can play with it and do whatever.
All right, guys.
There. Yep.
All right. We got the next NBA game starting up in just a couple of minutes. The NHL is done for the night. But here's what I got from Fox official plays for these games coming up. Draymond Green over 5.5 assists, a -104. Draymond to have a point, rebound, assist, block, steal. It's in FanDuel under popular. Half a unit plus 165. Gary Payton over 3.5 rebounds, -135. He had 2.5, then 3.5. He bet him up to 6. And then Cal Baptist college basketball plus 15. Did we officially cash our boys?
Yeah, it's done. They lost by 11. So they didn't
Colgate. Yep. Show up. Very happy. Were you guys going to bet Utah Valley, North Dakota?
He was talking about that. I wasn't.
I was betting South Dakota State.
Oh, okay.
I took the over in South Dakota State.
All right. And Zargo, we're sweating out. The Senators, Ducks under 6.5, 11.5.
Sweat's a strong word. We cashed on the Olmark saves.
We're not sweating that game then.
I mean, yeah, it's 4-0 with
Terry's likely not going to get three shots. Terry.
I mean, it's possible, but it's not looking great since he's only at 1.
Okay.
And we did. Yeah.
Champagne Coolies, 18-1, no sweat bet. Curry, 5 assists. Draymond, 5 assists. Warriors plus 8.5. Beautiful. Let's go.
All right.
It's great.
It's play.
Yeah, it's his play. It's his play, and I hope it wins. All right, guys. Anything you want to say on the way out for Thursday Night Football? Zargo, money line?
Yeah, I'm looking at some Russian props, but I think Los Angeles money line is the way to go.
Okay. Fox, nothing official you're really going to dig into it, but anything off the top of your head that you're in? I love Jawan Jennings tomorrow, so I already bet that.
Army -6.5. Ooh. Put your house on it.
Oh, I already bet that. Put your house on it?
Wow.
Come on, man.
I'm whale play from Fox.
That's not a whale play. That's like a freaking Zeus play. Like he's just coming down from the heavens and just dropping it on us.
I like this over 39 better. What do you think about that? Clearly you don't like it more, but do you think
you don't like it more? No way.
Yeah, but do you think that's a good play as well?
I do. I mean, I think Army's going to score in the 20s. This is a question whether Navy can get past 10. That's really.
But it's not like previous years where it's like, wow, are we going to see any points in this game? Like both teams.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Daly's playing really well. Their offensive line is playing tremendously. Again, if you look at the Tulane as the best game that both of these teams played, one got beat 35-0, and the other just beat the team 35-14. Army could pass the ball if they wanted to. But Navy cannot. They have zero chance of a passing game. The linebackers from Army should be able to eat. Obviously, they're going to know how to play the options, triple spread. I know it's typically a very, very close game. I think this year's going to be different. I think Army's going to win. I see Navy under 10 points. That'd be my only question on the 39. You're going to need Army, in my eyes, Army to score 30 points. And then that's the case. Why not just take the team total?
Well, I'll ride with Fox Holden. And if it doesn't hit, I might be doing this show from his house next week.
All right.
I already bet it too. I'm on Army -6.5 best bet. My best bet will be Juwan Jennings tomorrow over his yards, 68.5. So we got Army from you. We got Rams money line from Zargo. Had a really good night tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. On your way out, smash the like button for us. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want a free week, you like what you're seeing here, hey, go for it, because we can send you the picks right to your phone. You don't got to watch the show all the time. You be sitting at home, you be in a bath, you be hanging out with your lady, she's taking care of you, and you're just looking at your phone. Bet pops up. Take care. I don't know what you're laughing about there, Zargo. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, nukethehouse.com. Click subscribe. You can type in the code NUKETHEHOLIDAYS for a free week, or you can just sign up already at $59.99 a month. Ramon, great to see you, buddy. 17 of 18 Army Navy games have gone under. And Gerardo, thank you very much. I appreciate it. DB, D-Money, Michael, all you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. And we will continue to nuke the house.